Hello, friends. Welcome back to Satisfactory once again. Good to see everybody in chat. Let's see. I got to scroll back up to see what everyone's been talking about. Looks like hurricane stuff. Dalton, words are hard. Good to see you both. I know North Carolina got hit super hard, so I was thinking about you guys when I was seeing all that stuff on the news. So good to see you're here at least. Hopefully stuff isn't too bad for you. Alright, so let's go ahead and check in with our two favorite lizard doggos as soon as I can get up there. Alright, what's up, dudes? Nothing from JoJo, and from JoJo, nothing. Alright, well, thanks anyway, guys. A free armor trimming. What year is it? Like I said in the title, I would like to do space elevator parts today, which is going to require probably constructing a new factory. How did you fare in the storm? We didn't really get too much. Without disclosing too much location specificity, the storm shifted. It was originally going to come pretty much right where I was, but it shifted substantially. So we missed most of it, minus some pretty high winds and about 14 inches of rain. But I know a lot of people up in North Carolina who've had family there, or they used to live there in South Georgia as well. Got hit pretty hard. IRL bad water? None. It was good water, just too much of it. Whole lot of stuff, but fortunately our property is graded pretty well, so we didn't have any problems with water getting into the house or anything. So thankful for that. And hopefully the rest of you in chat didn't, if you're in the area, didn't get messed up too much. And water beavers, why are you not calling the top of the plateau with the bridge from the rice farm Numa Numa? Because that's not even a Japanese song. I know that's what you're going for. No attempt to recreate Ben Franklin's kite experiment. No, that would be a terrible idea. We have very tall trees, so there's no chance I was going outside. That was the biggest thing I was worried about, was the wind. Because we have a lot of really tall, spindly pine trees, and those do not hold up well in high winds. So, spent the night downstairs instead of upstairs. Okay, so nothing here from these guys. But for the most part, the area that I'm in was... Why is this guy just sliding? The walking animation, it's not currently working. No, most of this area was fine. 9 trees in the yard, yikes. Okay, well, as long as nothing hit anything, then that's preferable. We have a new friend. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief. He's just walking. He's vibing. I can't get up there yet, but we can bounce on him at some point. Well, I guess that would make sense. Romanian and Japanese are not very adjacent languages. We're talking about Sam. It's not Sam Orr anymore, but we're talking about Sam, and I saw a comment in the chat just now that said it was talking about, that guy's running. You gotta fight spiders. But I don't see any spiders. Oh, garlic bread, yeah. That was last stream toward the beginning, I think. Now, this guy is guarding something. Okay, direct hit. I thought I could get away with it. Get back here. So what's up here that he's guarding so intently? I hear, like, that shimmering noise. So I guess we'll have to investigate. There's nothing up here. What was he guarding? Oh, there's quartz here. Let's grab that. Arch to the south. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Okay, well, we'll go check that out in a minute. Just want to see if there's anything quick and easy to get to up here. I like this. I think this was recently redone for 1.0, the landscaping here. Just wanted to make sure before we got too far. Okay, that's the gas pillars we can't do anything with unless we explode. Purple Forest has quartz nodes. I thought the quartz nodes were in caves or something. I know there's 2 of them. 2 pure nodes, or there were pure nodes. I don't know if they're still pure. Well, we've got some time to explore later. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. Right now is this Scaterium. We don't need that. So this is pretty much the edge of the map. There's one of those guys down there. Let's immediately leave. Ah! Okay, did we get this crash site already? This guy's going to come headbutt me, but I'm glad we got that. Let's switch to tactical defense mode. Okay, I missed. Alright, so that one's done. Alright. So let's harvest all the stuff off the ground here. Since we are already over here. I got the hard drive. Got some concrete. Got some reinforced iron plates. I see screws. And, oh yeah, we got rotors. We got some wire. Iron rods. Probably nothing super advanced here because this is close to the spawn area. Let's just make sure we didn't miss anything. Then put a marker down. I don't see anything else. This is just components of the drop pod. I believe we are good to go, so let's pop in a map marker. And that's just going to be our check mark, which is down here. And then I think I just made it a green. Probably not a super consistent color of green, but it is, in fact, done. What did I call this one? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. It just says cleared. Recovered HDD. All right, well, now I'm blocking the thing. All right, let's rename that to recovered so we can be consistent there. Okay, so we'll head back to base and start processing this hard drive. The rebar gun, honestly, like, we talked about this a little bit, but I did not care for it at all in my previous playthroughs because I thought it was worthless, but that's because I didn't know how to use it, and it's actually kind of cool now. There will be no karaoke in videos. Sorry to disappoint you. I will put lyrics in, but I'm not going to sing them. All right. Oh, we were basically already over here. All right, so there's a cave. What was that sound? Okay, these things dispense gas. Oh, okay, we're not going down there. I don't have a way to get out of that. So, how am I supposed to get in here? Or is this... Oh, that's just coal. There's got to be a way to get down here and not die. That's gas. That's not going to be a good... Oh! Okay, we're not doing this. I don't have the jetpack yet. I cannot trust myself not to die down there, and I would really like to avoid dying ladders. I don't have any safe way of falling off of them here, so I'm going to avoid that. But now that we know that's there, we can go mess with that at some point. This also probably needs to go away. I haven't really done anything on this side of the map. Oh, no! I didn't... Okay, I gotta unequip the gun before I interact with these guys. Alright, come back here. Do I have to re-tame him now? I think I do. Because I accidentally shot him. Oh, no. Okay, well. Oh, this is bad. That's bad news. Okay, alright. So which one was that? Okay, Jojo garlic bread. Ooh! Thank you for the nobelisks. Appreciate it. Now I got 8 of those. Well, that was an accidental discharge. We're going to put that away. Anyway, like I said, I want to do space elevator parts. And the recipe for those, if I can, there we go. These aren't complicated, they're just annoying to build. The versatile framework is modular frames and steel beams. We have steel beams. And modular frames can be made. We just have to have reinforced iron plates and rods. Rods have been automated elsewhere at another facility, and then all this other stuff. But the way this is currently set up, we do still have this area configured to make these things. So I'm going to turn this back on, and we're going to get our modular frames. Remember, we have to make 1,000 of these versatile frameworks, so these are going to have to just get left alone for a while until we build an actual factory for them. The automated wiring is... I actually don't remember what the recipe is for that. Can I even make it yet? I might not be able to make it yet, because I don't see... Yeah, I don't see it, so we have to research something else. The smart plating is easy. These things in rotors, and at one point we were already making rotors. We have this actually fully taken care of. So if we wanted to, we could keep making rotors, but I'm going to leave this alone and have these guys make the modular frames just on in the background. No, I do nothing related to animals pretty much ever. So, I was going to, I guess, last time we talked about doing something to finish this screw factory. It is operating, but we can't really do too much with it yet because we haven't got the capacity, because we can only do Mark III belts. So we really should be having the Mark IV stuff. Then we can overclock stuff in there. But we've got a lot to get to first. And all of it's tier 4. That's advanced steel. Ah, okay, there's the automated wiring. So we will need to do this. That gets us the Mark II miners, which means we can then upgrade some of our other stuff. And honestly, probably rebuild that whole factory we made last time, because we'll have access to Mark II miners. So, I don't know. We also have hypertubes and expanded power infrastructure, but I think this is going to be the most important thing because, again, automated wiring. Although we're not going to complete Phase 2 space elevator stuff entirely today, I want to make progress as much as I can. So, we are not too far away from actually having all of this taken care of. We just have to do as much of this as we can. Which means we need to get some steel pipes and some steel beams. We could also, if we were feeling nasty, we could put in a truck route, since we, have the ability to build those. We just haven't done it yet. We have a truck station here. We don't have a truck station at the steel thing, but honestly, when we get the Mark II miners, I kind of want to rebuild that anyway. Horror game stream would definitely not be a YouTube thing. I also probably personally wouldn't want to play those. But in the event of the heat death of the universe, which would enable me to have time to do Twitch, then maybe. What in the world does that statement even mean? I am afraid. I am afraid to ask what that means. Okay, I thought there was like a glowing red eye thing. Modular frames. I need to have 100 for the advanced steel production. So we might as well check and see how our production stuff is going here. I know we have a backup of... Oh, yeah, okay. So we could actually run this thing. That takes 5. It makes 5, and this takes 3. So this one we already know can get increased to make 4.5. If I go 200%, can make 6. Which will then allow me to have this go to make 6 per minute. So that's what, 117, try 118. 5.9, it's probably going to be 120, will give us the even 6. Yep, there we go. And I can't hit escape, why? Well, that's fine. So this will go marginally faster. By marginally faster, I mean exactly twice as fast, making 4 per minute. That's good. now that we have modular frames, we can, once I have a stack of rotors again, we can build a tractor, and we probably should, because that's our steel stuff down there, we probably should construct a road to bring all that stuff up here so we can automate it. Biggest problem with automation right now is that we don't have a good fuel source. They will run on biofuel, they'll run on coal, they'll run on, obviously, the regular fuel, and I think even uranium, but obviously we don't have any of that. So let's see. I was trying to avoid taking a stack of rotors here because then this is going to be a huge problem, but I think it's going to be fine. So next we will go and grab some concrete here. And we are really, really going to need to ramp up our concrete production, which, let's take a look right now. I know this is an impure node. This can accept 45 per minute. This is producing 30. So if we put this guy in, then it's going to feed 45 per minute. Then this can actually make 15 per minute and not 10. So I think we should be okay. There will be no karaoke streams. Sorry to disappoint you. But I'm not that sorry. Do I have, yes, wood and leaves? Part of the reason that I have left this here is so that we can just make solid biofuel for whenever we need it. And now we have a lot. This could actually power some tractors probably until we're going to have regular fuel. Because it's really not that far of a distance. Pure limestone node, set up 6 constructors. Yeah, so we actually have, on the map, marked out all of the limestone nodes in this general area, and I was thinking about, right in here, building a big concrete factory as one of the things that we're going to be doing. Because we're also going to need to supply concrete for the encased industrial beams, which this one right here probably could help with. That would be pretty easy. Pure node should be northwest. It's probably this guy right here, on the other side of the screw factory. Hot tub streams out of the question? Yes, because they're expensive and I do not own one. Also for other reasons, but that is the biggest stumbling block currently. Oh yeah, we were messing with the lights too. I forgot all this fun stuff we were doing. I like these lights. This is great. Real industrial stuff. This, I think, is the limestone node that you might be talking about. To the northwest. Should be pure. No, this is impure. Okay, well, consider me thoroughly corrected then. Well, what I was getting at earlier, when we have the Mark II miners, what's probably going to happen is we have these 3. If I upgrade 2, well, if I upgrade all of them to Mark IIs, that means we'll get 120 out of 2 of these. Instead of, wait. No, these are already normal. We're going to get 240 out of 2 of these, and I can have the third one used exclusively for some other purpose. Or we could just say, you know what? Let's have whatever that math works out to be, 720 coming out of these 3 nodes at once. But I don't have Mark V belts, so it'd be kind of pointless. Pure limestone nodes north of the small lake. Okay, well, there's enough of these. I don't think we really need to be super concerned about it yet. Right now I need to get the steel thing going a little bit better. And we are going to rebuild that. I know I've said it like a billion times, but we'll get to it in due time. Now, one thing that would be interesting, let's equip this thing again. I have nobelisks, so if I want to... Wait, why can't I... Alright, that's fine. If I can just blow these things up, then that's going to make it a whole lot easier for us to use this area. But I don't remember how many it takes to... Oh, okay. Well, that was easy. So, how many of these are there? I just don't want to die so quick here. Alright. We're going to have to eat something here. Okay, I forgot this one is terrible for health restoration. Yeah, the bacon's much better. Okay, run away. Alright, so this has actually helped us quite a bit. I know there's more that we're going to have to get rid of eventually, but I got 5 of these left. I just have to avoid dying, ideally. Strange clams. What kind of clams have you been looking at? I don't know what any of that is. Uh-oh. I missed. Well, it still got rid of it. Melee grenade, yeah. No, you all remember, if you watched the previous series, what I found out about meleeing with the nuclear Nobelisk. Oh, okay, that's not going to do anything. But we'll set it off anyway. Wait, it actually... Wow, okay. It was completely overpowered. Alright, so now I've got full health. There is one here and another one up there. And I have 3 of these left. Okay. On you go, run away. Oh, there's 2 of them up there. Okay, so this might actually work pretty well. Because once that's blown up, then I can actually probably go straight line between our steel factory and up here. Now I've just got to get up there, which fortunately is going to be easy with the help of some foundations. Which I believe I can go ahead and just put here, 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 and here. On you go. Alright. A little bit more bacon. Hey, there's a yellow power slug. Right now the only fuel I have is the compacted biofuel or whatever it is. So that's what we're going to use, but there will come a time when we don't have to use that anymore. Alright, so that's done. Now there is no more gas over here. We have this whole area we can actually utilize. So that's good. That was a good use of our Nobelisks. So, good job on that. And then I just fall down. So now I've got almost 1,000 concrete. It's probably not going to be quite enough to do what I want to do, but that's fine. At least we don't have gas anymore. So we should be pretty much, yeah, directly here. Now this is also a limestone node that is, oh, okay, that's impure. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not buying the cup. Impure iron up here. Okay, we're going to have to deal with that guy in a second. But this is our kind of haphazard steel setup that I really am not super happy with. Oh, I took the gun out. That's right. All right. Oh, nice. That actually hit. And he's running away. Okay, see ya. Get out from behind the tree. Okay, that didn't hit him. Or did it? It's acting kind of playful with me now. Oh, you want to find out? Come on. Alright, where's the other one? I don't see the other one. Alright, well that's fine. I don't even know how to read map coordinates, to be perfectly honest with you. Do they? Oh, they do show up. Okay. Well, never mind then. Anyway, the reason I came here was to grab a stack of the steel pipes. Because I need those. And there are none. Why are there none? I know they're not all automatically going to... or are they? Did I not set these up at all? Are these... Oh, these aren't industrial. These are just normal ones. Okay, well that's weird. Alright. Well, I guess that's fine. Steel beams can make Mark III miners. Probably should have more of those, but I don't really need them right now. Anyway, point being, I need to set up some sort of a truck route through this area, and I think we're going to end up using these iron nodes to make other stuff. So it's going to have to not be in that exact location, but we also have this limestone right here. It's an impure node, so it's really kind of irrelevant, but in the grand scheme of things, we're going to need something pretty close to where the steel is for the encased industrial beam, so it's not that big of a deal that it's impure. I'm just trying to strategize here. This really isn't a great place to try and get in and out of, just because of how stuff is set up. Do I even have the chainsaw? Yes, I do. Okay. And I have 59 biofuel for that. Probably what needs to happen is I just need to build a road straight out of here and figure out some sort of way to easily get over there. But it's probably not going to be great to go right there, but it's also not great to go right here because we got this giant rock in the way. And then this mess over here we had used before, but didn't end up doing much with. We'll just leave that alone. So I don't really know. I guess the best route through here is really going to just be in between this mess. So if I go to asphalt mode and just, yeah, I guess this height is probably fine. I want them to be able to, you know, actually build on these. So let's go ahead and grab these bits off so I can check and make sure that the miners will snap correctly. Keep everything about the same height. These are impure nodes as well, but might as well do what we can with what we've got. This is a big chunk of limestone. There we go. Unfortunately, I have absolutely no feedback on best man speeches. Humor is usually received well, though. But I guess that depends on the crowd and what your definition of humor is. So I don't want to inadvertently recommend stuff that's going to cause people to become very upset. Alright, portable miners. I'm just going to make one of these so we can check depth. I can make a Mark I miner pretty easily here. If I can remember where it is. There we go. Alright. Wait, do I really only have... Okay, I've got a small amount of those. That's alright. Okay, let's check. I guess here we'll try that. I just want to check and see that this will still snap. No reason to believe it won't, but I would prefer... Okay, that will snap. Good. So now what we'll do is we'll check if I can raise it one more and then also snap to that. Because if it does, I think I'm going to build based off of that because I want it to be probably as high as I can possibly get away with. Yep. Okay, that snaps. That's actually straight. Now the question becomes, can I attach to this all the way over here at the same height and still snap to it? I'm pretty sure the answer is going to be no. But I need to find out anyway. Alright, so that's not going to snap. Okay, no real surprise there. If we go down 1, try that. I'm not doing a good job at the semi. All right. So that does snap. That snaps. And I know it'll snap down 1 more, so I guess the question now becomes, if I build a road at this level, will it have stupid rocks that come up in the middle of it? The answer to that is probably yes, but I guess it's fine. So this is 4 meters. Let's check what is the height relative to this current factory. Oh, that's actually perfect height. That's good. That's exactly what I want. And that's the node right here. So I want to have enough room off to the side. So if that is the side of the road, that one I just put down, then I think we're going to be okay. That's gone. All right. So this would be... Go to zoop mode. All the way out. Anything dumb coming up through this? Nope. If there's trees we're going to have to get rid of, but that's fine. Ron Burgundy. Yeah. Yeah, read anything on the teleprompter. Let me know how that goes. I'm Ron Burgundy? I was trying to... There we go. Get rid of the leaves. I can't get rid of those leaves. No, I can. Hold on. I just have to aim correctly. There we go. Nope. There. Aha. So, road for tractors is okay. 2 wide. Road for trucks needs to be 3. Well, it doesn't need to be 3, but it's probably helpful for it to be 3. So, I'm going to start... the space elevator is also in the way, but I probably need to relocate that. Anyhow. These are rotated different directions. They're rotated different directions, and I didn't want to do that. Okay. Get rid of those leaves. So these are going to get re-rotated. Why does it matter? It doesn't, but it also does. So that's why we're doing it. Although the better option probably for where we are now is just to, there we go. Build a single continuous direction. And then just work with it as we need to. Come back and get rid of the trees at some point. I just want to see what we're working with here. Does that still have... Yep, there we go. Alright, so the space elevator is clearly in the way here. But this isn't a bad spot to have the road go just completely straight through. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to remove the space elevator, but I don't have space for the components yet, so we're going to have to come back and do that. It will let me build through the space elevator, which is honestly kind of funny. And also a good thing because... Oh, is this the same height? It is. It is the same height. Okay. Well, that's really convenient because now I can just have this come straight through. Yeah, okay. That... Oh, that's so nice. I like it when everything is at the same height. In case you hadn't gathered yet. This will now... If this is going to be the center of the road and the road's going to be 3 wide, that still has plenty of room on the outside here. I could have a truck station pretty much in this exact spot. But I'm going to have to relocate this little limestone thing. That's not going to be too hard, I don't think. Let's check and see how this is going to stack up here. Ah, so if I'd made it 3 wide, 1 more this way, then that would impact the location of this thing. So maybe we don't want to do it this way. Well, we probably will anyway. And this is high enough where it's not going to have any intersection problems. It's just going to be right up next to it. So, all of that being said, how much concrete do I have? I got 483. So, to build this out here, we used almost 500? Pretty close. Well, I think the solution to our problem here is cut down some trees, and then put the materials in there to make more stuff, and then come back and figure out what we're doing. Because I still have to move the space elevator. We can build a platform for it. That's not going to be hard. This tree is going to have to go away, but this one is more directly in the route at this exact moment. So let's come down here. This is also not... There we go. Put that back in single mode so I don't completely just devastate an entire ecosystem in one fell swoop. This tree's got to leave. And then I think that's it for along the route until we get to that exact same spot. Look at this guy. Phasing through it like it's nothing. Alright, so now we are back up here. I can't really go to this way because then that's gonna... Well, actually, hold on. Let's do a little bit of an experiment here. So, you know what? I actually can. I can get away with that because this is not going to be touching. No, yeah, being angry is absolutely terrible for your body. Like, not even joking. That's why it's almost always better to avoid situations that are going to make you super mad. And why I try generally to promote people being nice to each other in here. Nobody needs more stress in their life. So I got 2 coupons I can get. I can put... Oh, I didn't put the hard drive in the MAM. That's a problem. We could feed these alien DNA capsules in here real quick. Probably get another point, but I have to figure out exactly how this gets... Well, I know I can put this in here, and then since this is full, it's going to just shove all of them through this mess. So we should see in just a moment this go from 3,000 down, because we're going to put 6 of them in. We'll get another coupon and then whatever. Yep, see, there it goes. Okay, where's the rest of them? Okay, there we go. I think it's done all of them? Oh. Okay, is it 2,000 apiece? Maybe it is. Alright, well at this point I don't think we're going to get anything else out of it, so that was worth doing. Again, we need to build a truck thing, and I have to figure out where that's going to go. And I need more concrete, so I know, well, technically asphalt, but... Alright, I'm going to counter the all negative emotions are bad thing with yes, it's bad to have to deal with them, but, you know, if you don't have negative emotion, you're not going to know what positive emotion is. There's a place for balance with this stuff. But you don't need to intentionally inflict negative emotions upon yourself or anybody else. Usually. Alright, can I get the tree from up here? I don't think I can. Let's go down. Okay, there's a guy gonna come over here. Oh, he's already here. Alright. And there's a Mercer sphere we can collect. Harvest. Alright, that thing's done. Give me the spitter remains. Alright, grab this.
The effigies ripples through our temples, our veins nearly touch. It is shy, notes shall be taken and played.
From a certain perspective, your brain looks like it is processing language, but there is no auditory data. If you are hearing voices that are not mine, this is no cause for concern. It is a common side effect of extreme pressure and stress.
Can confirm. Anyway. So, I don't think I have enough concrete to do 3 wide all the way back. We can get this to be 2 wide, I think, pretty much the entire way. Outlet for negative emotions is a very important thing. I personally like creative endeavors, like writing and doing music stuff. Angry people live the longest. That's called spite. It's a very powerful tool. Okay, that's still the correct range. There we go. Alright, am I going to have enough? Looks like I am, yeah, to get this brought all the way out. Cool, so that's 2 wide, TWO wide. And then I can do one more this way, but I don't have enough to go all the way back. But this is what we're working with. Let's put this in the MAM, this being the hard drive. I don't have to drag it anymore. Anyway, we got 10 minutes. And I have a lot of quartz that I got. So let's see, what else have we not unlocked? Oh, quartz crystals. I can unlock doing that. It's going to get shop products. I think that has more lights in it. And then this is silica, inflated pocket dimension, and then shatter rebar. So I guess we could make a needler if we really want to. I don't remember what this is. This might be... Well, that could be the frequency oscillator, whatever that thing's called. I know there's a bunch of this stuff. But anyway, we can go ahead and make this. Oh, it's not going to let me while the MAM's going. Never mind. So I guess we'll just have to go build more roads. I'm not going to make that. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. So, why don't we, since we're not doing anything else over here, check and see. I know the train station's probably... Truck station is probably still being filled up. Oh yeah, there's so much. So I'm kind of just going to let this do its thing, I suppose, while we are not needing those. This is the input for fuel that I could go ahead and put some stuff in. Got how many? Got 57. Let's do... See if I can get this to match up correctly here. I want it to do... There we go. I want it to do 30. That way I'll keep 27. So when we run a tractor through here, it'll refuel it with the biofuel. We have tons of that left, don't worry. And then this can just, whatever we decide to take it up to, come up here. I think we're going to have a truck unload station up here-ish. So that means this is going to have a path to go up. And it's going to have to come out. So I'm not entirely sure. Oh, are these? Oh, okay. All right. Now that I know these are alternating directions, I'm never going to be able to unsee it, and this is going to cause me immense emotional pain. So let's go ahead and fix it. In fact, you know, I'll just take out all of these, and we'll just do them all from scratch. That's probably the easiest way to do it. All right. So now this, the little faint line is going this way. We'll zoop. Now I know I can do 10 zoops and be fine. That should bring us out far enough to decide how we want this to connect. So this actually right here is exactly connected. This is a boundary zone here. I'm going to want, if I'm going to have it go up there, it really should have a little bit of a turning spot. So this will actually work. This will come out. This is the edge of the building is kind of the problem now, because I'm going to want stuff to match. So now I've created a monster is what I've done. One vehicle per route be enough? Absolutely. At this stage with what we're working on, yes. And honestly, this is close enough. I probably should just use conveyors, but the vehicles are fun. So I'm actually not quite sure how I want to do this. Because there's also techniques for making curved roads. I think for right now we don't need to worry about it. It's probably fine, but this is in a position now where it's probably going to have to be Yeah, I'm gonna force myself to do ramps here. Asphalt. Double ramps. I go up like this. Good. It doesn't phase through the rock. That's like the worst possible thing it could be doing. So if we go up this way, very, very shallow ramp. Will this get me close enough to where I originally wanted to go? I think I need to do one more here. And then... Nope, one more. So now this is at the exact level that I thought it was going to be. Okay. Well, that works out fine. These 4 meters, we probably don't need to be 4 meters. I will go ahead and zoop this all the way down so it can match up. Got a little bit more room here. Okay. So tractor coming out of this thing. Keep saying truck, it's a tractor. Go up here. And again, these were small enough to have this little 2-lane road here. We'll come up to this main area. Well, actually, depending on how we want to do it, we could just have this entire thing go down. If we want to remove this whole limestone thing and rebuild it going a different way. That might actually be better, honestly. The way this is currently working, because this is going to have to go... Yeah, alright. No, stop tearing it down. You're never going to get anything done. Look, it's fine. It's fine. We're going to be okay. It's going to be better this way, trust me. So we just have to remember that that's what I'm going to be doing. So knowing now that that's the case, I think I can start here and go down with that 2-meter gentle slope and reach about where I want to be by the time it goes down to the ground. Let's just try this. I know it's going to intersect with these buildings here. That's fine. This is just a test. It's only a test. Ooh, I almost had it. Almost had it. This, we're going to need to shift back 1 or maybe ideally 2. So we can have another flat bit here. Yes. Yeah, let's do that. So what I'm going to do, 4 meter, I'm actually going to go here because this is going to be the furthest limit of it, and then we'll do this. And we should probably go check our production on the modular frames and the rotors, because I bet you those machines are stopped up. But I did want to try and accomplish something here. Alright, zoop. Nope, nope, go that way, nope, that way. Thank you. Press enter and say hello. Why, is she going to talk to me? Alright, so that's going there. Which means this can now go this way. And this can get redone. So if this goes all the way out, I've got 17. I can't really play with too much else here. But I think this is a lot better doing it this way than whatever garbage I was trying to do before. Let's go check what's going on here. Dump our wood and dump our leaves. I think that's about all we were working with. Go say hello to our lizard doggo friends. And then the hard drive should pretty much be done at that point. Alright, not going to fire at them this time. Hey, 27 silica, thank you very much, Jojo. Computers. Very good, Jojo, thank you. Blueprint machine, yes. I don't know that it gets larger twice. It might actually just be separate machines, but yes, there are 2 larger versions of this. This one's 4x4. The version 2 is 5x5, and I think the version 3 is 6x6. Could be 7x7, I'm not entirely sure, but I do know it does get larger. And I completely went the wrong way. Alright. So that's taken care of there. Got another stack of rotors. So that'll take care of those. These are doing their thing. And I've got all the steel pipes. So I believe we're not too far from having advanced steel production research. We just have to put this stuff in. Yeah, 20 more. Very, very, very close. How are we looking? 30 seconds. All right, we can live with that. How much more concrete do I have? 133. Yeah, we need to get this going quickly here. But now I want to find out what our next hard drive research is going to be, so I guess we can just wait. Very anticlimactic, this waiting. Alright, what do we got? Iron wire or steel screws? Now, steel screw is a great one. That's a really, really good one. Because it can make 260 per minute, and it makes them with the steel beams, and we've got a lot of steel beam construction. So, it's funny, now that we actually built a screw factory, getting this alternate recipe is going to render it almost completely useless. But this is a really good alternate recipe, so we might as well do it. Iron wire I'm not really so concerned about because copper basically is only good for wire and cable early game. And the sheets, but those aren't hard. So, man, I'm going to hate having to redo this. Unless I can make steel beams with another alternate recipe that does not involve coal. Which, that's not how it works, but you never know. You never know. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this because this is a really good alternate recipe. So. Saw a video showing the buildings get bigger when they upgrade and clip through other buildings and function. I mean, buildings can clip through other buildings right now as it is. Just not completely. There is a little bit of overlap that's tolerable, though. Let's go grab our modular frames and research this advanced steel production, because then we can do a lot of stuff. Okay, I only have 10. But remember, I said I wanted to do at least some space elevator thing. We haven't really accomplished much of anything in that regard. But we've learned some stuff about how we're going to be doing these roads, which is good. It is just such a shame that we just finished this last episode, and now it's basically been completely outmoded by an alternate recipe. But it is good that we have that. It just means that we've massively complicated things now. Saw a video stating you want to get all hard drives before selecting alt recipes. Yes, but like Beans was saying, it's only if you're looking for specific alternate recipes. This is a really good one, and we're going to want to have it as early as we can, because even though all of this is making, I think it's making, what was it? 320 screws per minute or something? All of that is making 320 screws per minute, where the recipe we just got in one machine can make 260 with a an input of the I'll just show it to you. Screws. Yeah, so this is the one we're currently using. One iron rod makes 40, well, it doesn't make 40 per minute, but it has a capacity of making 40 per minute per constructor. 260 per minute in one constructor. That maxes out the belt that we can currently use. Just about. With one single constructor. So this single constructor can almost keep up with that entire factory. You can make steel with charcoal. I mean, you can. I think. But you have to make the charcoal manually, which is a process. Or you make bio-coal, I think you have to unlock, and then you can make coal from wood, which, why would you ever want to do that? But this is just such a good recipe that is just impossible not to get it. Plus, once we get this, it's not going to show up again, because it'll have already been selected. We'll get something else. Okay. Well. Man, I'm not like mad because it's obviously better, but I sure wish I would have gotten that before we built this, because this took like 3 hours. And now it's going to have to get turned into something else. Well, what we could do is we could just make this iron rods only, because that's still a very useful thing for a bunch of other purposes. It is iron, so actually, what all can we make with just iron? I'm pretty sure. Okay, well that's reinforced iron plates as screws. Rotors are screws and iron rods, so that actually would be slower to make it over there. I'm grasping at straws here, trying to justify what I've spent so much time building over there. Yeah, we might just be kind of screwed. Get it? All right, well, I have no reason to tear that down because it's currently working, so we're just going to leave it as it is. But now we can make stuff later. So if we're going to be dealing with more complex parts later on that need a bunch of screws, then we know we can just have it piped into steel. Now we should have another 10 of the modular frames. And that will help because then we can have that milestone completed. Then we can make Mark II miners, and then we can do all sorts of other fun stuff. All right, so let's pop these in here.
Milestone reached. The Miner Mark II allows extraction of resources from nature to fix it at twice the speed of the Mark I model. Miners can be directly upgraded to Mark II without removing the Mark I model.
I didn't know that.
And other upgradable
Is that new?
Unfortunately,
I've always removed them.
setting up the production of advanced steel parts and project part number 3, automated wiring, will not be as easy. Every moment you delay reduces the chances of saving humanity. I will not show you the predictions, it would only demotivate you.
Well then, let's check the recipe for the automated wiring, because I actually don't remember what it is. Okay, well it's just cables. Stators are slightly more annoying to make, but we do have all of those parts. That's going to be not too hard. Now I gotta think about how I'm doing this, because I can make Mark II miners, and I can have this produce twice as much concrete, which is going to be 30 per minute, if I turn this into a Mark II on an impure node. I could also overclock it, which would give me up to 150 coming out. Or I could just completely ignore this. But we need to do... There's just so much to do, I can't ever keep track of all of it. And we're still in the early game. That's the worst part. Again, smart plating, reinforced iron plate, and rotors, which we can already make easily. But we have to make 1,000 of them, so the idea being... We really, really, really don't want to just make this with one machine, or we're going to be doing it until we're all dead. But while I'm sitting here just, you know, not really doing anything, we could very easily just have that operating. The problem is, the modular frames that we're currently making with some of these components also need to go into other things. So this is exactly why you build larger factories than what I've done. But I typically don't end up playing like that. Alright, nothing here from Jojo, nothing... Oh, never mind! 13 modular frames, thank you. Do you get sass from Ada if you name a dog? I don't know. I've never tried that. Yes. The coke process is... I don't know too much about it, but I do know that's a thing. And you can get petroleum coke in Satisfactory with certain recipes in the refineries. I do know that. Traditional charcoal making. Ah, yes. We did a lot of that in Ostrov. And I guess Manor Lords, too. But I need to actually make some sort of progress here. So all we can do now, I'm pretty sure we did all, yeah. We could do expanded power infrastructure or hypertubes. And this requires 50 encased industrial beams, which are not hard to make. But we don't have a factory set up. So let's... I titled the stream Space Elevator Phase 2. But I feel like we're not going to end up completing that. This is why I shouldn't probably do that. But I did anyway, it's fine. I kind of want to redo our whole steel thing with the Mark II miners. So these... Oh, those require the encased industrial beams anyway, so that's fine. I'm just going to say let's make enough stuff to make 6 of those. Additional foundries. I already have 3. It should just be, if we double it, another 3. And then probably at least another... Not smelters. Constructors. And then we're going to need assemblers to make the encased industrial beams. I don't think we're going to need more than 2. What else? Power-wise, we should be fine for a long time. We already have Mark III belts. And those are simple to make, so we're not going to be worried about it. These are super simple. I'm going to grab another stack of these plates, though. That's not something you want to get caught without. So I don't need these for foundation, so I only need them to make other stuff. We'll take 2 screws. I have a full stack. That's probably not something I'm going to need either. We do have SAM. We have 1 SAM, but I think I need 10 to do the first research. So let's make our components here. I should also probably put these on foundations at some point. Need to have a total of 12 portable miners. Although we will get some of those back, I'm pretty sure, when we do the replacements. So I think, well, if I want them to be directly like inline replacement, I am going to have 12. Then I'll just get the components back. So we're not going to worry about that. Steel pipes are going to be over there when we're working on the stuff, so we don't need to worry about it. 90 modular frames is a much bigger concern. But it's not going to take that long. We just have to go get them. Cables, not going to be hard to have 84 of those. Just go ahead and swap that out. Everything else, case industrial beams we'll have to make manually over there. That's just the way it is. Then modular frames are going to be it. Okay. So we're sending, we're sending the wire over there at a very slow rate, but what else are you going to do? We'll get that fixed at some point. Find anything yet? Ooh, thank you very much for the SAM. Oh, wow, this is a great get. 26 crystal oscillators? Yes, please. I don't think we're going to be able to access those until... Yeah, not even until Phase 2. So what we can do is we can either store them or we can put them through the doohickey. I think these are worth a pretty large amount of points. Unless there's going to be some sort of research path, I'm pretty sure it's here. We can go ahead and research these quartz crystals and find out.
Research completed.
Yep,
Quartz
that's exactly what this
recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
So I have to have 100 so I can research the crystal oscillator that I already have. All right. Let's see. How much can I actually get? 6. All right, forget it. So we're not going to worry about that. But having these allows us to, well, we can't research it yet, but Pulse and Obelisk I never really thought was that useful. But this, the best vehicle in the game, is going to be a really, really nice thing to have. We just have to research this first, which we can't get to. So I'm going to save the crystal oscillators. We're not going to put them in the awesome sink. But it is very good to know that we've got these. That stuff's taken care of. I've got... Did I do all the power slug research? Aha! Aha! I can actually do all these now. Scannable power slugs. Easy. Then this needs to have another couple
Power slugs
copper
extract
sheets.
latent energy from their surroundings to sustain themselves. By tuning the object scanner to the particular potential energy signature, it is now able to locate them against the background environmental static.
I just need to get some copper, and there was... I'm not going to go hunt for it. I can just go grab some out of here. But and I can research the purple power slug thing. I can turn those guys into stuff, and that's going to go super well. This has been so well balanced, I actually don't have extra copper. I have iron ore, I have deuterium, I have pretty much nothing else. I've got 6 copper ore. This isn't even backed up either. So everything was 100% efficient. Was, now it's 98. Another 98. These machines should still be at 100 though. Yep. But they're full of ingots. Which is, well, I guess it has to go all the way down, so that's fine, but I really could use some more ore. I can't manually mine it if there's a... Wait, yes I can. Never mind. We'll just do this. That's easy. It also just occurred to me that I could probably just take a stack of ingots out of one of the machines and do this a whole lot easier. Oh well. Alright. Well, I have an even number of copper ore now, so that's fine. I guess if we don't care about the 100% efficiency of it all, I could... Oh, see, this one hasn't even fully gotten stacked up yet. Because these machines have all been completely full for quite some time. Well, I don't have a machine to make copper sheets yet, so I'm just going to take 100 of these, and we'll just pretend like that's okay. That should make me 200 copper sheets just like that, and then I'll have some more from the other stuff. Industrial harvesting equipment and shipping weight. Look, sometimes it's just easier that way. Right? You feel me? Now we can sit here and admire the clanging noises. I don't know if I can fit a portable miner on there. But it's not going to be a big problem for too much longer. Alright, now oh, okay. Never mind, I got my stuff backwards. I need to have 100 of these copper sheets. We will need to go get some more. When's the train coming? That's after phase 2 of the space elevator, so not too quickly. So I've got 87. Would help if I could remember what I was actually doing. Oh yeah, power slugs. 13 more, and then I have the purple guy in here. So now let's find out if I can put a portable miner on this copper node. I am curious, even though it's probably not going to be necessary. Game does not have the choo-choo mod. It has directly integrated electric locomotives. Alright. Yeah, it absolutely works. Now I've got 4 of them now. Oh, that sounds like spite right there. Portable miner work through a foundation. I don't know, but let's find out. It does not seem like it's going to let me do that, so no. Now, I am going to go ahead and pick these up, though, because we need them for what we're about to do. I just had this distraction here of trying to unlock purple power slugs into overclockers, which, in the grand scheme of things, is pretty much completely irrelevant to what we're trying to do, but you know how that goes. And copper ingot time. This is going to take a while, isn't it? It absolutely is. This is intentionally slow so there's a greater sense of achievement when something is automated. Yes! And we have automated it. We just haven't automated copper sheets yet. We will at some point. We just need these temporarily. Okay, so I've got 152 of these. I only need 100. So we'll have some left over. Alright, that's done. And now I have synthetic power shards I could get to eventually.
Completed.
That's a new
Purple power
one.
slugs seem to be near the end of their life cycle and have a significant amount of potential energy stored. It is a good thing Fix-It does not waste. Purple power slugs can now be processed into power shards.
Alright. So, to make the synthetic power shards, we have to have 100 time crystals. That's a very late game item that we will probably not see for quite some time, but I think they're going to be worth having when we get to that point. The rest of the stuff, again, we have to have 100 of these crystal, whatever these things are called, quartz crystals, duh. Sulfur, the rest of the stuff we can't get to until we have refineries. This is locked behind something. Oh, because we don't have the materials, duh. Sulfur, we haven't found a lot of but we're making the rest of it. Nutrients, if I wanted to, then I could make those little inhalers with each of these components that we've been using, but I don't think we're going to have to worry about that too much. Again, we have to have 10 SAM to start SAM analysis. We've done everything else that we can with that. Haven't gotten to the hatchers yet, and then once I have... I don't know why I'd want to scan for enemies, but I guess that could be useful at some point. Time crystals are manufactured using... I don't know which of the alien technologies it is, but they are manufactured. So, I need to get my modular frames. I was hoping this would have a full stack by now. It's probably been sitting idle for quite some time. Yes, alright. So we're going to need another math. 36. Yeah, 36 of these. Which is going to take time. 9 minutes. Time crystal doggo gifts. No, I don't think those are going to be given out by the doggos, but we can see if they got anything else right now. Alright. Alright, hog remains, thanks. And nothing from Jojo, but that's okay. While we are here, let's go ahead and turn alien remains into the protein. Then DNA capsules. Now I know that if we have... I actually don't think I can even make these yet, but there's a slot in the machines. Right here, we haven't unlocked yet. But you can put one of the alien technology things in there. It's either the summer slip, I think it's the summer slip. It doubles the output of the machine. We haven't researched it yet. But somebody was mentioning that you could do the process to make alien protein, which is, yeah, right here. It would double the output from one input, and then you can double it again if you have another machine that doubles the output of these guys into here. So you could just farm crazy amounts of alien DNA capsules, but again, that is not something we currently have access to. Did you build a blueprint of the current screw production plant? Well, considering that it's only 4x4, this would be like 4 different blueprints, I think. And then we'd just have to plunk down different variants of that. But yeah, it's 1-to-1 scale in the blueprint thing, and I haven't ever used this machine. So I couldn't get it to work in the original thing. But this is 4 foundations this way, 4 foundations this way. You can do anything in here. Like, you can have machines hooked up with the wiring and the belts and everything, but you cannot have belts connect between blueprints after they're put down. You have to manually connect the different instances of the blueprint. But anything you build in here will be duplicated 1-to-1, 100%. You just can't have this automatically connect to something else after it's built. This is all changed enough to where it's not going to be super beneficial to go ahead and make a blueprints. We're just not quite there yet. Can we fill in the hole at the ramp down to nowhere? The ramp to nowhere, you mean this? Or are you talking about over on the other side? Because I don't have enough concrete for that quite yet. Blueprint area greater than 4x4 will come once we have Mark II and Mark III blueprint designers. But that's much later. For now, all we have is the Mark I, which is a maximum of 4x4. Just need to make sure this is set to asphalt double ramp, and it is. And this is one of those things I was going to redo this and then forgot because we got busy doing other stuff. Because I have the Mark II miners, but it's going to be more important to have them doing the steel stuff, which is what we're currently trying to work on. Maximum height is 4. It's 4x4x4 cube. So you could, in theory, and I know there's entire factories that you can have designed into this, including, pretty sure. Never mind. Excluding the miner. But you could have an entire, like, a factory like this that was making all this mess will fit in here if you're smart about it. Make a mining station with Mark II miners for quick... well, you can't use the Mark II or any miners in the blueprint thing, but you can have everything else that comes after it. Yeah, I just need another 20 modular frames, which is another couple minutes, so we'll let them take care of that. Miner needs to be on a platform. No, the miner cannot be built in the blueprint thing because it can only connect to a node. But you could put a platform on here and then snap that platform on top of a node and then put the miner on the node. You just can't build it in the blueprint designer. Hey, that's a very helpful thing, Jojo. Thank you very much. So now I only need 5. Which we might already have. Not quite. But we're close. Alright, and then encased industrial beams will be done down there, and then we have the steel pipe already. And we can completely tear that whole thing down and rebuild it however we want. I thought this would have been done by now. Oops. Alright, so now that that's done, I can go grab some more concrete. We're probably going to need it. And then we'll head out. Yep, 47. I guess if we really wanted to, I could just go ahead and hit the expanded power infrastructure or hypertubes, depending on what you guys want. But it doesn't do us any good having that just set with nothing going on, so... oh, or I could fall down. That works too. That works. That works there. There's going to be one more level of this, which I think I can just go ahead and build, and the machine's not going to care. But we will have to we'll have to move that at some point. I just wanted to make sure this was actually finished. All right, so that's looking good. If I go all the way out this way, I am going to have enough to build it. Yeah, actually, you know what? It doesn't matter. Let's just do this. 4 meters. Do I want these to all be 4 meters, though? There's not really any harm in it being 4 meters. It's a nice thick thing. Probably end up getting redone anyway. Advanced power is good. It is very advanced. Is this faced the right way? I can't see the lines, which is annoying. It's dark. That probably has something to do with it. I have no reason to believe it's not going to be, but I really don't want to have to redo this. Okay, that's that line there. So now this should be... there we go. Come back and get these trees on the way back. You just barely see it. Just barely. I can't get to advanced power yet. I'm nowhere close. get rid of these leaves first. That guy just got moved up. Alright, I see how it is. So, now what we've got to do is completely redo this entire mess here. Replace these guys with Mark IIs, which is going to double this, and then also the coal, which I am not sure is going to have the capacity, unless I didn't do all these as Mark IIs. Oh, that's not the right one. I need to lift. So that's already a Mark II conveyor lift, but that is a pure node, which means we double that. It's going to be 240, which means these need to be Mark IIIs. Well, we'll get it figured out. Do I have a crafting bench here? I don't think I do. Alright, so let's go ahead and build one. I need to have 60 encased industrial beams to make all this work. We're going to manually craft them, because I can make 73. I'm going to manually craft these things, and then we're going to just replace all this mess. We have plenty of steel beams right here we can easily replace stuff with. Heh. Could you imagine an HOA on an industrial planet like this? That would be terrible. And there's 60 of those. That's not the thing there. That's nothing in there either. There we go. Now I've got enough steel pipes. Grab a couple more of these. Hello? There it is. Stacks here. We're really going to need those. Now we can, I believe, replace in place these Mark 1s into Mark 2s, but I'm going to start with the coal because that's going to take the longest time to get where it needs to be. So this is going to have to get upgraded to a conveyor lift Mark 3. That goes all the way down there. The conveyor belt Mark 3 is going to be a little bit more annoying to deal with, but if I can reach... Oh yeah, okay, there we go. I can't reach all the way, which is... just a little bit frustrating, but now that I have my legs on, I don't think it's going to kill me. I'm just going to have to be able to get back up here, but I think I've got a ladder. I do. Okay. Lawn mow to the correct length? Yeah. I'll show you a lawnmower. Get that taken care of there. So that should be everything at Mark III besides what's actually in the factory. This gets to be a Mark II. It is so nice we can just drag and drop this. So now this should be making 240, and that's going to just flood out of this thing. Hopefully. Where's all... There it is. That's going to join very quickly, coming out of there. Not even overclocked or anything. 240. Very nice. So then we'll climb up this mess. Now the problem is... Oh, that's a bigger problem. Okay. Alright, I made a mistake. Let's fix that. I need this to go through the wall, but I'm going to have to remove the wall instead. Now I actually have to get in here. Okay, so we had this constructed in such a way where it could be expanded that way, and that's probably going to be the easiest thing to do. In fact, yeah, you know what? That was pretty smart. Because I remember saying, yeah, when we put the Mark II miners in, we're going to have to... Whatever, but yeah. So let's just expand this way. I'm going to switch my foundations over to concrete, not asphalt, because it's a building. But I don't have enough concrete to really do too much here. We're just going to end up doing something. Got a little bit more that I can actually do here. First, let's change these over. That is convenient. So now these are going to be 120, 120, and then this will have to be 240 capacity, which requires it to be a Mark III. These need to be Mark IIs, but I only have one. Wait, no, I don't. I have plenty of these. All right. So we're going to have to reconfigure our belts a little bit, but I think we're going to be fine. Now the real question is, can I replace foundations without... No. So those are going to have to be manually done. 7 concrete. I do not have enough concrete right now to replace all that. But we do have, if we are truly desperate, we do have this thing here that we can go over and start putting constructors on. But it is impure. Oh, I actually have some limestone right now. I can go ahead and make a little bit more concrete. That'll help. Alright. So now I've got enough concrete to build all the rest of these machines that I said I was going to do. I have these spaced... I think I did every square and a half. So one more of those there. One of these here. Then I need one more. This is going to cause issues. Well, not necessarily. I just have to get a couple more pieces of concrete here. We are going to replace all this. Don't worry. Actually, no. I think, you know what I can do is I can use my customizer. No. This is what I wanted. Yeah, I can just... Oh, okay. It just uses the net difference in materials. All right, that's... Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just have to not be dumb about it. Alright, so this is going to be... Ah, it needs more concrete, of course. Well, we'll take the walls away. We don't need them anyway. That should, okay, almost get us what we want. That will get us what we want, and we can come back with more concrete later. I just need to build this thing. Alright, so that goes right here. So now I just have to have my splitters in the correct spot. Have this going into the right side. That's what we'll keep. That needs to go that way. So that'll go... yeah, hopefully that's in the right spot. Right there, and then I don't think we're going to need another one of these, but just for the sake of continuity, we'll do that. Mark 1, Mark 1, Mark 1. These are doing steel ingots, because that's the only thing we can do in a smelter right now, which means they need 45 iron ore, 45 coal. Nice and easy. Everything connecting these up is a Mark 1. But actually this one could be a Mark 1. This one has to be a Mark 2. Because that's 90. This one has to be a Mark, I think, a Mark 3. Yeah, because coming out of this would be 90, and then going into it would be 100. Whatever the math works out to. Alright, so that's a Mark 3. This needs to be a Mark 3. I think, if I've done my math correctly. That's a Mark 1 going into it. Did I not build the correct amount of... No, I did. I did. Got 3 here. I'm pretty sure... Watch, someone's going to come in here and own me with math. Wait, oh, I downclocked. I downclocked to 40. That's right. That's right. That's what I was missing. So this actually can be a Mark II and be perfect as a Mark II. Alright, so I lied. We'll just do that. Call this 80. Never mind. That's wrong. It's 80 something. 40. 88.8999999. 88888, whatever the number is. I just need this to be 40. Why does escape... Okay, there we go. I think my escape key is on its way out. Yep. So that's taken care of. Now I just have to have these things popped in. And the problem we're going to run into is these aren't going to line up right unless I remove... I got to remove my belts after all that. That's fine, I guess. We'll just rebuild it anyway. Splitter. That's the correct height there. There we go. Just triple. And then reconnect everything else. With this being taken care of, we're not going to have to worry about it for a while. So that's why we're doing this. Okay, now I can come back in with my Mark II here. And then this is still going to have to be a Mark II here because it's 80. So this one gets to be a Mark I. I can click on this, there we go. Now we've got to connect these guys, same deal. Mark I between these two. And then this has to be a Mark II. And then this can also be a Mark II. But the rest of these are going to have to get upgraded to Mark III. So this coming out of this one's going to be 120, which means coming out of this one is going to end up being 160, which means coming out of this one's going to be 220, which means going into this one is going to be 260. No, that's not how that works. This is supposed to be 240 coming up. 240 coming up, which means... Okay, this needs to be a Mark III. This is 200. That's 160. That's where my math got messed up. No one has corrected me on my math, which means either this is a simulation or you are just taking pity on me being bad at math. Either of those could be viable options. But that should work there. That should work there. And that should work there. Now these just need to be powered and then have an output attached. And then these could actually merge all into the same thing that we have built right here, but I don't think that's going to be a fantastic option for us. We want to have these three merge like they had already done this way, so let's do that. Okay, so this is going to be in line here. There, that's going to work. Output goes this way. Who's coming over here? Ah. You like this? There you go. Alright. Give me those hog remains. So coming out of here is going to be how much? 40 per minute? Yeah. Wrong button. There we go. Straight mode. Nice and easy into here. And then coming out of this is what is then going to go into this mess again, unless we just wanted to completely duplicate this, how we've done it. We have 1 making steel pipe, 2 making steel pipe, 1 making steel beams. Why did I do it this way? 60 per minute, 30, 30. Okay, well, that's probably why. So if we're only making 15 steel beams, how many steel pipes is this? Okay, so we're making 40 steel pipe per minute. It probably really needs to be the other way around, but this, the way the machines are set up, not going to really favor that. The machines need to stay underclocked. Well, it doubled exactly, so yes. For how we have this currently set up, they need to be underclocked. 240 will go into 45. No, not completely evenly. It still needs to be underclocked. But it's close. I think what we're going to need to do, instead of having 1 of these making steel beams and 2 making steel pipes duplicated, now we instead need to treat this as, okay, we're making 240 steel per minute. How can we allocate that? Because we're going to need steel beams a lot more than we're going to need steel pipes. At least right now. So what we could do out of 240 is we could make 45 steel beams per minute, and then that would leave us an extra, actually probably about the same amount that we're making right now. So we'll just need to reconfigure this a little bit more. Need to have these machines actually connected to power, and I have this set up this specific way. Is that in... Oh, I don't have enough wire. Okay, that's a problem. Do I have copper? No, that was a problem. Okay, how am I gonna get... Wait, what's this? Oh, that's those steel iron plates when I upgraded everything. We got a couple of these. Oh, don't tell me I'm not gonna be able to get this crate out of here. Oh, come on, man. That's gonna be really annoying. So that's in, is that in this one too? No? Okay, good, because I really don't want to go mess with that. These crates right here, I would like to not have to use them. But we're going to have to at some point dismantle these and get those out. I don't have the inventory space right now. Is this... That is a Mark III. Okay. Because I haven't turned these machines on yet, and I can't build them because I don't have the wire. And I don't have the wire because I ran out. Where is the closest copper? Instead of running all the way back. Oh, that's actually super close. But I also don't... Oh, I do. Never mind. It's a normal node at that. Huh. So it actually didn't count me as building the Mark II miners because I just replaced them. But the portable miner math still worked out the way I thought it was going to, so that's fine. So we can take that off of the to-do list, actually. Because I already made all those that I need to make over here. I have not made constructors, I have not made assemblers, so at least we don't have to have that cluttered. Alright, let's make copper ingots. Never mind, I don't have enough space in my inventory. Well, this is irritating. Can I turn these into DNA, or do I not have the... Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll just get rid of the leaves and the wood. That'll solve problems real quick. There we go. Copper ingot time. And then all I've got to do is turn this into wire, and then we should be able to get this whole thing wrapped up and move on. Okay. So now what I can do is I can come over here and duplicate our setup with the power poles, and that is... Oh, now I need concrete, because of course I do. That's unfortunate. How am I going to get... Or rather, what can I replace? I guess I could just get rid of the walls here. Who needs walls? Alright, is that going to enable this to be a functional thing? Okay, that goes there, that goes there. This one can start. Now I can come in and do, I believe... Was it on that exact thing, or did I copy from the wrong one? No, that's where I put them. Okay. That works. Alright, grab that, put that here, and away we go. That is connected. About as well as it's going to be. We've got steel coming in here. It has nowhere to go. I technically have concrete, but I don't have enough to really do too much of anything, so what I'm going to need to do is remove all the walls. Well, most of the walls. The reason I'm taking these out is because we're not going to need that right now. The most important thing is getting this whole mess reconfigured the way it's supposed to be, and then seeing about what else we're going to be doing here. So, these three, this is already set up. I got 3 of these constructors here. They take 30 steel per minute when they're making steel pipes. If I change this to steel beams, we can take a look at this guy. It'll take 60 per minute. So we could actually have this reconfigured to only make steel beams over here. And we'd have to redo all of this, of course, too. But steel beams could be here. And then the other area could also make the same kind of thing that we've been doing here. Or we just leave this alone because it's already set up this way, and then duplicate something else over here. But we're going to need a lot more concrete before we can really do that. I don't think that's going to be... I got some space. I was about to say, I don't think I have the inventory to cut all these trees down, but get that taken care of. Should not be an issue. I just have to have the concrete to build all this. But looking at how this is set up currently, I think what's going to need to happen is probably just completely rip all of these belts out and just redo everything to match a little bit better. Unless we don't care, which is entirely possible. This is working, but it doesn't have to be. Why is this not... oh, because there's... Wait, why is there no power for this? Oh, I didn't hook it up. Alright, well, that's embarrassing. At least it's fixed. This will still be able to operate, which is fine. Do I have... Yes. I actually can't fit any more stuff. I need to get more... what's it called? Inventory space. I don't have the factory cart either, so we can't do much more except slide. Alright, so before we do anything else over here, let's go... Actually, first of all, I'll put all of my biomass in there. Go check and see what our JoJos have for us. And then, don't forget, we're going to have to build a limestone thing over there. Ooh, yeah, 27 silica, thank you very much, Jojo. And 28 cable, thank you, Jojo. Do I want to? No, I don't think so. But I do need to get more concrete. That was the main reason I came over here. That's almost a full stack. That should be enough to build the rest of what we want to build. I'm going to, into this thing here, put all of our steel beams, because we have tons of them over there. We don't need it. Let's check our MAM. Is there any more Caterium that needs raw Caterium, or can I just... Yeah, okay. Well, I actually don't have a quick wire factory set up. I probably should do that. I'm pretty sure I just have the portable miners on those. But, no, I didn't want that. Get out of here. We have coupons we can use to buy additional fun things. So let's check our dealios here, because I know I have extra stuff I can access now. Okay, we already have that. Don't need pipes right now. We can do signs. We can get floodlights. Outside of that, we do all these different finishes. I've already got dotted line patterns, so I can make roads. Got other things. Foundation-wise, I don't think we need these right now, but we will. Different walls we'll need at some point. I'm not buying the cup. Don't ask for the cup. But we have all these other different structural frames. I know I wanted to mess with road barriers, metal barriers, structural beams. Nothing else really matters right now. I think we're... Oh, silica times 200. Okay, so that's a stack. That could be strategically useful at some point later. But the most important thing right now is that we get concrete, which is going to require using another Mark II miner, which I can make several of, but we need to have the Mark II on the impure limestone nodes. We can make concrete over there, and that will enable us to make the cased industrial beams. Probably should have some overclocking stuff available, but I don't have any... Oh, no, I do have slugs. Never mind. Let's make these real quick. Alright, now I got those. Oh, I don't need the pure lime. I'm not going to, like, belt pure limestone past an impure node. That just doesn't make any sense. But we'll use some of that stuff at some point in the future. Now I should have everything I need for the most part, and just have to... You know what? No, we have an easier way to do this. All I've got to do is build a storage container for these things. And then just belt this in. I don't have to keep picking up stacks of this garbage. There. We'll just do that. I don't think I need any more... Anything else? Yeah, we're probably okay. But since we were here, let's make some DNA capsules. That'll clear up some space for us. Alright, now look at all the space we've got. This is actually going to work. Very good. Grab a little bit more concrete, which is hardly in it at all. And we're going to be on our way once again. Actually, No, that should be enough wire. Shouldn't be any problem. Let's check and see what the truck station requires. Oh, good, I can build that. But I can't build a tractor. Never mind, I'm going back to get materials that I already stored. There, now I've got enough to make a truck station and at least a couple of tractors. And I should take with me a stack of biofuel. Or 2. I need to be able to make 2 truck stations. Okay, there we go. That's what I was afraid of. I didn't have enough rotors to do 2. Although, I guess I don't really need to worry about it. I'll just go ahead and grab those. And I'll put that stack of 35 back in. Cool. Now I can do all of this. Let me just go ahead and add the tractor. Alright, and we're going to have somewhere to put a truck station somewhere over here. But for right now, then I guess we're fine. I can't do sorting on anything yet, because we don't have the AI limiters, so I can't make them. I do have some. But I won't have the recipe until we unlock stuff. Alright, so now we have this space. We can duplicate this exact setup with the same splits and everything, or we can just decide this is going to only be for the beams. And since we have the limestone right there, that actually might make sense to just have this be for beams, or have one of these be for beams and the other 2 be for the stuff. I'm trying to figure out math-wise how this is gonna work. I gotta check my recipes. If I can remember which button is which. I have a cup of water in the way. Alright. Encased industrial beams. So 6 per minute. Okay. 3 beams per minute. 6 concrete per minute. So an impure node with a Mark II miner is going to give us 60, which means I can have 10. I can have 10 of these. 10 of these made per, whatever set my brain is fried. I can't use words. I can have 10 assemblers making encased industrial beams, and that will fully max out that one thing set up like this. So I guess it's good that I have all this space here, because probably what's going to happen is, yeah, 2 of these together. Probably don't even need to have the merger here, because this would be 40 ingots in. Take a look at the recipes again. Because I've got to make the beams themselves. Constructor takes... Oh, God, the math is hard. 4 of these into 1, which I guess is... Screw it, I'll just build the machine. I can't think. That's why I don't like looking at it like that. I'd rather look in the machine, because that's always going to tell me. There we go, 60 per minute. And this is producing 40, which means all 3 of these together will go into... Okay, yep, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Alright. So these 3 machines, all together, will go into 2. And then that will make everything else we need to be able to go into everything else. I know that doesn't make any sense, but it makes sense. You just said it doesn't make sense. Look, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So if that goes here, this isn't going to quite... It's not going to quite work, I think, the way that we really want it to, but let's just check and see. Ah. Incorrect. Incorrect. This has to go here. There we go. Now I just need to make sure that I can have this actually match, depending on where this goes. I might have to move Might have to move this. If I go back one, I might have room, but first I have to make sure that these can split correctly here. I don't expect this to actually work. No, definitely does not work. So if I get rid of this, and this, and this, and this, then move the merger, make sure I have the output set correctly. Lock the hologram. So that's going to have to be... If I can get it to do this right at here, into there, into here, into here, then if I stand a chance at... Nope, not a merger, a splitter. Make sure that is correct there. So this will be coming in here 120, so that's going to have to be a Mark II. Oh, so yeah, see, that'll work. Then it splits in half, and then, of course, 120 divided by 2 is 60. That'll go there, that'll go there. So it's not the most beautiful thing ever, but it is going to be 100% efficient. Of course, this is going to make steel beams. So now we're going to have 30 steel beams a minute, which I think I can put into an assembler, or split into 10 assemblers. That's what it was. That's what it was. Look, you got to bear with me, right? It doesn't always work. Doesn't always work the way I want it to. So what this has done actually is that's enabled us to leave that just the way it is. And then we're going to have a lot of encased industrial beams, but those are important for Mark IV logistics, so we're going to want to have a stash of those, and I know those go into a lot of other components. So it's actually fine that we've done this way. That should be, Can I help you? You just going to take a stroll through the factory, huh? Alright, have a nice day. You're going to get stuck over there. Oh, no, you're going to go that way? Okay, well, you know the way out. Go ahead. Go right ahead. I'm actually kind of impressed with the pathfinding, to be perfectly honest with you. I was going to walk over the, Are you stuck? You stuck? No, you're not stuck anymore. Okay, I built that highway just for you. Alright. 10 assemblers, assuming my math is correct. I'm going to have to check in the machine itself. Do I have enough to do 10 assemblers? I am missing a little bit of cable, but I can make that pretty easily. Yeah. What's up? The Blobwalker dude's path into the worst places. I mean, I was mostly impressed that it made the turn here, instead of just trying to walk off the side of the face of the earth there. That was cool. But I'm going to need probably to go get more copper again, which is very annoying, but I need to have wire to build machines. I think that's going to be fine. I just needed enough cable to actually build 10 constructors. Now I've got to figure out how I'm going to have this come out. And where am I going to put 10 constructors anyway? Assemblers, not constructors. And I also have to build that thing. I have probably not enough concrete again. So this is 10 this way. The assembler is actually wider, I'm pretty sure, than one block. No, it's actually perfectly sized to go on one block, but I don't think it's going to let me put two next to each other without there being some sort of gap in between. So let's try that. Let's do some science here. I can do one here. And then, yeah, it throws a fit if I try to put them next to each other. And then it says surface too uneven. So we're going to have to stagger these. They're going to take 1.5 foundations apiece. It's going to have to come in from this way, which means I need 15, and this is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 16, but that's fine. We need a buffer thing, so that actually might work. This is going to be a really long factory here. More importantly, I'm going to need space. This is going to have to go out pretty much exactly out to here. Okay, well, that's not the worst thing ever to have this built up like so. Because this is going to go straight into the end here, and then I guess, well, we have this mess. Huh. Well, nobody said I had to do it this way. I just end up being stubborn about things. Alright, so that tree's dealt with. That tree's dealt with, and this one. All good to go. Alright, so now we need to get the rest of our concrete in so we can... Nope, come on. This actually can be open a little bit, but this needs to be filled in. Oh, don't tell me this is part of a tree right here. That's exactly what this is. Alright, alright, Mr. Tree, it's time for you to go away. No, why should I build vertical if I don't have to? I can make giant sprawling factories for no reason. Also, it's just easier to do it this way. Alright, so if this goes all the way down, I actually still have enough concrete to do everything I need to do. So this will come out here. Let's go ahead and start building our assemblers. Which I'm going to have to pretty carefully line up here. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, see, this isn't going to fly like that, so it's going to have to go probably like that. How much space is this? Ah, see, I can't go evenly in between without doing my control half bits here. And that is, well, you know, that's actually not the worst place I could have put that. I'm just kind of concerned about how everything's going to line up conveyor belt-wise, because this is going to have to come probably back down this way and then go into a container to be picked up by a truck once we get to that point. But we can figure that out when we get there. I think if I have one here, and then I just duplicate this. The problem now, though, is going to be this doesn't going to want to line up at all, because you know how that goes. I'm going to have to manually manually fall off the backside of this thing. I'm going to have to manually adjust every single one of these, and then I have to ask myself, is it worth it? Well, if it's going to be centered and it's going to look cool, then sure, that's worth it, but it is going to make it annoying to build all of these things. Alright, so that's 3. There we go. That's 4. I really hope this works, and I'm just not completely insane. We're going to have to do a multi-stage manifold thing here also. I don't think it's going to be bad. You guys might get frustrated watching it, but that's a you problem. Assuming I got the spacing correct, which... Okay, this is actually looking fine. Alright, 2 more. We're close. We are very close. Alright, one more perfectly lined up here, just like I wanted. I say as I failed to line it up. There we go, 10 assemblers, which all need to be set to encased industrial beams. I can't do math. I didn't need 10 of these. I was going on the... Okay. So this is why I hate how this game does math. 18 per minute. I am stupid. That's just how this boils down to it. I don't need 8 of these. Probably don't even need 4. But I've got 3. This is why I wish they would just do it in a way that makes sense to stupid people. So it'll consume 36 concrete per minute. I probably can't even make 36 concrete over here. Like, I promise you I can't make 36 concrete over here. Because I have... Sheesh. That was a stupid thing. I have 30 steel beams per minute is what I'm making over here. This takes 18. Which means unless I overclock, I'm gonna... Sheesh. This game is for masochists, I swear to God. Give me some sort of something I can work with here. Oh God, I got a downclock, and after this I can only use 1. What is wrong with me, man? I can only use, per machine, 15, so they're gonna have to be... I can't change that value. If I say 5 per minute. Okay, so I can have 2 machines. Blueprint them. Why? Blueprints don't change clock speed. So I can only use 2 of these. Which I suppose is better than how I had this going before. But if that's how that's going to be, then I don't have to have this face the other way at all. I can just pipe right into it. So each of these will take 15. Each of these are putting out 15, which means all I've got to do is just slightly off-center these, just a touch. I could actually take this whole mess completely apart. Then I just have to have concrete come in. Alright, so I'm just going to get rid of all this mess. We will need to still build the, what do you call it over here? Yes, very technical term. Zoop this way. It's not going to let me do 3. Oh, that's fine. Mark II miner was going to give us on an impure node, which is what this is going to give us 60. I could, if we had the extra capacity, I could overclock this thing. Not going to mess with that. So that'll go there, but I'm not going to put it that way. I'm going to put it this way. Yep. It sure would be nice if I could adjust the position of this thing, but I can't. That means I don't need to have any of this mess whatsoever, and this can just come straight down this way. Yeah, remember when we were going to make the space elevator parts? Yeah, me too. Oh, jeez. Alright, give me... Come on. Seriously? 2. So this will be our 60 limestone per minute, which... Oh, God, I forgot they have to go into constructors and the... Oh, man. See, I can't remember any of this. This will take 45 per minute. It's only going to make 15. So I got to have 90, which means this has to be overclocked to produce 90. Alright. Okay. So this, in fact, does need to have other stuff attached to it. So we'll get a slightly different shaped building out of this. And then it'll just have a single unified output. Although this actually doesn't have to come closer this way. I could have it go out this way a little bit more. I want to leave some space here for various purposes. Probably would not be a bad idea, so let's actually move that to this side. I know. So this is going to have to be 2 constructors, which, because of the way that these are set up, I could just center like so. Move that way. Check our alignment is perfect right there. And then put that guy right next to it. Beautifully centered. Put a little splitter. And that can go here, I'm pretty sure. Straight mode, that's going to be 90, which means it has to be a Mark II in straight mode. Beautiful. Have a migraine, was desperately trying to figure out how your production was enough for 10 assemblers. Me too. Well, I don't have a migraine, but I was trying to figure that out. Apologies on making your brain state worse. That seems to happen a lot with these. But good news is, this will make it exactly enough concrete now that I've overclocked this slightly. And it's not super ugly. All I have to do is just bring that all the way down to the end of this building, and then that's going to end up probably... I mean, there's not really a great way to do this. I always want to go to organization for a merger. This should... I wonder if that's going to stick through a wall. Let's find out. The answer is no. Alright, cool. Run it. Put that... No, go into... There we go. Straight. So this coming out, both of these, once we have it set to actually make concrete, 15 and 15. So that'll be 30 concrete coming out of all this mess. Which, you know what's going to be really funny is when I actually need 60 concrete. Because I did my math wrong again. Oh, I didn't build my assemblers. Alright, back we go. Back we go again. Let's look at the recipe for this. Oh, each of these needs 30 concrete per minute. Oh, God. Alright, well... 30 concrete per minute for each of those machines. Each of these produces 15. If I double this, each of these needs 90, which means this would need to produce 180. Which I cannot... Maybe? No, I cannot do. Oh my god, dude. Why are the recipes like this? This is completely asinine. It doesn't matter if copy-paste exists if the recipe's not going to work in the first place. Why is it like this? Why is it... Why? Why? It is impossible to get this to work correctly. And here we are, over 2 hours into stream. I have not done anything that I said I was going to do in the stream title, so now I'm going to have to change it. Or else people watching the VOD are going to be like, what did you say? What did you do? Just like that. That exact same tone of voice. How am I gonna solve this? I legitimately don't know, because now I've kind of banked all of my output of stuff on doing this. So if I have this split, I'm gonna have to, man. Jeez. This is a pain, is what this is. Because I got 120 coming out of this. And I have this split in half. 60, 60, so I've got 30 still... Wait, hold on. Am I that stupid? Am I that dumb? I didn't have a problem this entire time. Because... Wait, no, I absolutely did. 18 per minute, 15 per minute. I guess the easy thing to do is just have one of these constructors go into the assembler and the other one go into a storage. We actually have Mark II miners now, and we're not going to have Mark IIIs until basically the end of the game. So... these are making the pipes? Okay, well... Jeez, this is... quite annoying. I'm gonna have to just flip these two and then this guy and then something. Oh, my brain is just combusted trying to think about this. Alright, if I have an assembler over here. Come on. Can I just stand on this? No? Alright. Thanks for absolutely nothing. Let me out of here. Alright. If I just line this up perfectly like this, I can bring in the concrete to go just around this side, and then everything will be fine, and then this can get put in a little container, and it'll be okay. See, the problem with how this is set up is there's no other concrete nearby, and it would be really dumb to have concrete brought in. I wanted this to be self-sufficient, which I guess at this point it is. We're just going to have to deal with it until we can produce steel on a higher scale, which right now is probably not happening in this part of the map. So I'm just trying to figure out the best way to mix all this stuff together. No, this is the only limestone node. Except there's some that are like way further out there, but I don't want to belt all that stuff in. Well, it doesn't matter if it's near iron if I don't have coal also, because remember, this is a steel beam that goes with that. Unless I get an alternate recipe that can make steel beams from only iron, then maybe that makes sense. The problem is the coal nodes on this map. There's a pure node here. There is coal up here, which we're using to make power. And then there's coal over here that we're using to make power. Until we don't need this coal to make power, the only other coal on the map is up here in the desert, and then there's, I think, some way up here. So there's a very limited quantity of coal available. So we are, yeah, alternate recipes, we're nowhere close to finding those. We don't know when or if we're going to get those, so we can't really base anything around having that. So I guess for right now, the best we can do is just whatever mess I've already created, but I'm going to have to redo all of that anyway. This might as well just get lined up to match all of that mess. And then we'll just make it play nice. So these guys, constructors, I only need to have 2 of them for this. They don't necessarily have to be in any specific place. But it is nice when everything lines up. If I were to put that constructor lined up with this guy, that's where that would be. It's going to lose the lining up thing because it's going to be too far away, but we know because it's in hologram mode that it's actually in the right spot. If I put this one here, there's going to be 2.5. There's 2.5 blocks between. Why am I doing this? This doesn't have to be on the half thing. Actually, I can move it over. But this was off center, so I think that's why I ended up doing it that way anyway. You know what? We're just gonna build this here. It's gonna be fine. Gonna be okay. Just have to do this correctly. Okay, steel beams. Steel beams. Now this has to get belted into a splitter, which is just further up that way. Okay, this doesn't match to this. I know it doesn't matter, but I just feel like it has to be in a certain spot for some stupid reason. Alright, oh, I turned it around wrong. Alright. Sheesh. Getting my butt handed to me by Tier 2 technology. Splitter here. Pretty sure this is correct. There we go. So it was actually not even moving that far forward here. So that is 120, like we said before. Straight mode in. That goes there. That goes there. So now these are perfectly in line. This one, and once I redo the belting, that one will be making beams. Just for the sake of beams, this is going to go directly into an assembler. That can then go... Well, if we want it centered, it can go here pretty much, but... I have to be able to make the belt do that. Let's just see. If I move this back one, I doubt the belt... Yeah, it's not going to work. So instead... we center that on this. That might actually look decent. I still can't stand on this. I'm so used to being able to do that. Okay, straight. Can you straight? Yes, you can. Good job. Now this can make, finally, downclock to produce 5 per minute from the 15 steel beams that are coming out of this machine. And then the 30 concrete that's going to come out of the conveyor belt that's going to come up here. So, after all of that, this is what our combined mess is going to be coming out from here. And going to come up that way, which means it's going to need to go in either an entire new area here, or I just forsake a whole bunch of land. That's not going to work. All right. Why am I like this? Genuinely. I guess... Oh, I don't want to go that way. I guess I'm just going to build this way like this. And then what I can do is I can just have this go in up here. Very weird shaped buildings. Can I even do a conveyor lift that short? If I were to do that... Well, I guess the better question is, where does this conveyor belt have to go to get into this assembler? And it only has to be a Mark 1, which... Alright, so this can go right up against the wall. That works. The player is in the way. Alright, that's too long of a belt, so it can go there. I'm going to have it go there because that makes sense. Spaghetti Master. Build 5 kilometers of conveyor belts. Okay, cool. So I guess I'm a Spaghetti Master. That lines up perfectly here. And that lines up perfectly there. So I guess that solves that problem. That solves that problem. So now these are belted. That actually goes up correctly. I'm not even going to bother putting a wall here because that's not going to fit. No, it's just a little archway thing. Well, now I got to power all this stuff. Where am I going to put the where am I going to put the power pole for this? I guess this fits here. It's not going to be the most beautiful power line arrangement you've ever seen, but it will work. And then I think what's going to happen is this is going to get wired into the actual building here. But I don't have walls. I think I can transmute these into other types of walls after I'm finished. So why don't we just build this? Okay, put a wall outlet, I guess, right here. And then, because I can't resist things being unnecessarily complicated, we'll just fill this up. Right, like so. Yeah, the correct way, if you want to be super organized, is you have those layers. But that takes so much time to do, it's not worth doing if you're streaming and you actually want to get something done. And especially if you have an inability to do things quickly, then you're just going to be wasting people's time doing that. I'm sure whoever was doing that actually knows what they're doing. I, unfortunately, am not him. In the metaphorical term, I do not know the gender of this individual. Now, how far can I get this to go? Because these are already hooked up. These have to be wired. All of these have to be wired. I'm going to have this just reach all the way to here. I always think I can stand on top of the output of that, but I guess it doesn't want me to. And yeah, that's going to work. This just has to be... Come on! I feel like I used to be able to stand on the front of that, and now I can't. These have to be hooked up together, which can easily go into that spot. These are already hooked up. This can go into the wall easily. Take care of that. I know I said I wasn't going to do anything with the walls, but here we are with a super terrible, ugly factory. It's okay. Remember how I said I wasn't going to have to come back over here? Well, I lied. Gasp. So if we put that up to the top, it's going to be out of the way. This shouldn't be that big of a deal to go up like that. Just have this burning urge for things to match. This is going to have to go... I hate that so much. Alright. That's going to go get its own pole here. Is that... There we go. Is that centered? It is now. Perfect. Beautiful. Wondrous. That goes there. These two can go... Sure. That's fine. So now these are all hooked up. And so is that down there. Which means this should be working. So now all I need to do is have this come out. This is also going to have to come out. These have to get flipped, which means this entire thing is going to be backwards. But that only matters in terms of what is going where. Because this is all eventually going into the Destructo super whatever thing. So I guess... Oh, I don't have enough steel beams. Good thing I know exactly where to go to get more steel beams. Gonna feed that into a Mark III. So now this can go a lot quicker here. It's just gonna be a slow process of actually coming out. Anyway, all that to say, it really doesn't matter if these get flopped around because that's just going to be how it is. But now I'm thinking I actually don't want to have the steel beams on this side at all, and I'll bring them all over to that side. I don't know, I've massively overcomplicated this for literally no reason. Yeah, why am I like this? At least this is set up for the... Thanks. Oh, jeez. Because this can stay in the same spot if I just get rid of this. That would actually, work out a lot better. So, first step. Change the recipe to steel pipe. This one can stay steel pipe. And then this one is going to get unhooked. And this one is going to get changed to steel beams. So now all I've got to do is take that away. And then put that in there. And then nothing else changes except this no longer has somewhere to go. But what I have to do now is undo this. And put it over on the other side. Just like we had done before. So that splitter is going to have to go exactly in the middle, which I think is right here. That goes goes there, that goes there, this goes here, which then means this can go directly into there. So half and half, again, because this is producing 120, this is going to get 60, which it needs to make 15, and then each of these get 30, which they need to make 20 pipes. So now that's taken care of. And this is slowly going to be depleted. Actually, no, it's not, because this was set up to split. This can stay where it was, because that's fine, except what's probably going to end up happening is I'm going to move this to be to the outside, and then this can just stay, and then I don't need this weird manifold here. Or I leave the manifold here and just change where this is coming in from, because this is... Oh... This... Okay, It really shouldn't be this hard. It really should not be this hard. But you know how this goes. So I have concrete to actually build this mess. This would give us enough space for a truck station, which would probably need to be on this side. And then it has to have a turnaround, which honestly could be anywhere. Or if I were really smart, I'd have the truck station on the inside of this. Materials, concrete foundation. There we go. I will just start the process of changing these things. Is it going to get the ramps too? Oh, okay. Well, now I've got to see how I can get underneath all this stuff so I can have everything changed correctly. Or I could just be wasting my time doing this instead of taking care of problems that are actually important. Both of those things could be true at the same time. It doesn't seem like it's going to want to play nice with me here. Okay, that's actually done. Now, can I fit under? No, I absolutely cannot. What about on... Nope. Any chance over here? There's just a few that I can't reach. Aha! Okay, that works, that works, that works. And that works. Is that all of these? It sure looks like it, all the ones that I can look at least. So what's happened now is I have this big open space. This is going to stop soon because it doesn't have a thing to go. I always try to stand on this and it never lets me. So these two, this constructor are together making 30 beams per minute that aren't going to get turned into anything else. And they'll need to have a storage, which probably would make sense to put in the middle here if we're going to have a truck station in this general spot. So if we're going to do that, unless the truck station is going to be down at the bottom, because this doesn't need to be here. This can probably stay where it was, but this set of things is going to have to change. I don't know, man. I don't really have a great solution for this. This is just intermediary storage from before we had industrial. Or, no, I had it done this way for a reason. Right now there's nothing going into it, but that can be fixed. This goes out here. It splits halfway between going into the doohickey and going into the storage up here, with the idea that eventually that would fill up. But right now nothing's going into it because that was the old mess. Alright, well, easiest thing to do is going to be to just go ahead and flip these over so at least that matches. Alright, that's... I think it's not going to care either way how I do this. But I know that's going to work, so that's fine. That'll go there. So that's 20, that's 40 going into this. This I probably should remove, but it's currently full of stuff that we can't do anything with. So that's going up versus going out this way. That splits here, goes there. This is a merger. So actually, if we want to be smart about this, I can have a container for here, and I can have a container for here, and they can merge somewhere else. Or I could just say, you know what, you're stupid. Why'd you do this to yourself? And deal with the consequences of my own actions that way. This is not... This is really not ideal. Is there anything in this bottom one? No, because it is... Is that even hooked up? No, it's hooked up. Oh, that's an output. Oh, okay. Yep. I understand. I understand what's going on now. There is no... There's no direct input into this from a container that I can actually get to. I don't think. Without feeding something back into this. So actually, the way that I've done this is incredibly stupid. In terms of the long-term strategy here. The hamsters are running as hard as they can. We're going to get this figured out in a second. So it goes into here, and then it comes out, and then it splits. Halfway here, halfway to here. And then these together are Mark III belts, so they should be fast. Anything they get coming in here, so we know that's working. This no longer has an input here, so anything coming into here is not being put into here, so everything coming out of here is going into this bottom one. And until this fills up, which it is unlikely to do because it has steel beams. Well, that doesn't make it unlikely to fill up. It means it's unlikely to completely fill up correctly, is what I should have said. If I want something to go into the awesome sink, it needs to go into that container, at which point it will then be split in half again to go partly into the top until the top is filled. Or I could just tear this thing completely out and rebuild it from scratch. Probably the better... Oh, and then I fell off again. Probably the better option, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm just trying to reconcile how I have these set up, and there's all this space in the middle. They don't line up perfectly, and it really probably should come together into one thing and then its own mess. And then from there, have some sort of secondary storage. I don't know, man. We're not making these fast enough for it to really matter in terms of what goes into a truck station. Nor are we really far enough for it to have to be a truck that does it. It could just make a giant conveyor belt. But the idea is you want to make use of your transportation options you have. And is this even 3 tiles wide? Yes, okay. So that means this... Oh, geez, this backs up right in. Why did I do this? This still hasn't filled up completely with steel beams. Why? Is that because this hasn't filled up? 60 per minute, 60... Wait, is this not getting all of its... This isn't getting enough coal. It's only getting 40. Well, where's all my coal gone? Am I missing... That's a Mark III. Oh, you know what? I bet this is not a Mark III lift. There we go. That should solve the problem. I thought I'd done all that, but no, that is not a Mark III. So coming in here now is 240. Coming off of this is 200, which means, okay, that's still a Mark III. That's good. Coming off of this should be 160, which, yep, all right. All right, no, I actually had that done correctly. It just wasn't sending enough coal this way to make these viable. Oh, now I'm going to have to finish for the night soon anyway. 'Cause it's almost 10 o'clock. What am I going to do with myself, man? I guess if I really wanted to, I could move these over a little bit more and clear space in the middle, but that's not really the side that's the problem. It's that one, which I probably should have moved this over, but then I don't have a space beside it. Anyway, point being, this is putting out 15. This is putting out 15. I want to combine them and have them available in one container, which should not be hard. Should be a very, very easy thing to do. But somehow I have managed to make that not the case. Alright, conveyor lift mark 1. Conveyor lift mark 1. Now this can go overhead and I can actually walk underneath it. Then I can just have it go together into a container. Unless I want those to be both on this side, in which case this is in the wrong spot. So if that's the case, this needs to actually be... Oh, jeez. Because I'm going to want these to be in the same general spot. It's not going to fill up an industrial... You know, this is the easiest way to do it. How many times am I going to jump on this thing and expect it to work? My God. Alright. There. We'll put this directly in front. And then just feed both of them separately. It's the easiest, least painful way to do it. 15 per minute. Goes in here. Conveyor belt mark 1. Doesn't fit like this. Alright, so we remove it again. And put it all the way on this entire thing. Where's my H button? There we go. And that works. And then this will just be, I guess, next to it. So now in straight mode. That works. And there I try to jump on this again. Okay. For the sake of stuff not looking like complete, absolute garbage. That goes here, and it's not even... Nope, that is not even close. Not even close. There we go. That'll work. I do not know what you were attempting to say, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm sorry, I have no idea. At the very least, I now have steel beams going in here. I have 30 per minute going into this. Well, if it was 30 per minute, then it would be once every 2 seconds. So why is this? Oh, there's a backup. That's why. So that takes care of our steel beams. Our industrial beams are going to go pretty much this exact same spot, except they don't have a container to go into yet. They're slow enough where I think I can get away with just having a single container for those. And then these are... They're close enough to be acceptable, I guess, is what we will work with. Alright, so that going like that is fine. We'll bring this up here, and then we'll do ramps. Assuming I have these... Nope, they are turned around. That's annoying. Does it really matter? No. Can I jump, and also no. All right. What? Okay, never mind. Why is this here? That was weird. You know what? I'm just gonna kick it off of zoop mode because this clearly is not working. All right, that goes there. That goes there. That goes there, and then we'll go up. I think that might be right enough. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Get my butt handed to me 2 days in a row by the water beavers and this game. Okay. Nope, we have more. Nope, that was not the chainsaw. That's also not the chainsaw. There we go. Alright. Now maybe I can actually get this put in correctly. Alright. This all needs to be at this same height. I made that mistake of not making that what was going on. Alright. So, because we want the trucks to go up here, tractors, whatever. And now I'm out of concrete. Okay. That's inconvenient. But fortunately, I know where to go to get more. I could just interrupt this machine. There we go. Problem solved. So now what I can do is I can decide how steep I want this to be and how big of a pad I need this to be up here. I think for the tractors, they will do just fine on a 3x3 like this. Come in this way and then near truck station probably over here. Or I could just have 2 truck stations, honestly. But that would be a little bit much, I think. So this isn't connected to anything anymore, which means this needs to go away, but I don't have enough inventory space for that. This merges, which means this could have coming in from the other side to come in. Merge overflow, but there's not going to be any overflow. But eventually there will be overflow. And if there's overflow, we want it to be... Oh, this is complicated. I think for our purposes here, I can just remove this and we'll just deal with it. Just deal with whatever the consequences of doing that are. Oh, now I'm standing on the crates. Alright. So this going into here, we'll just pipe that in, because that will eventually go into the top, which needs to have everything sent down here that was actually going to get destroyed. So that was probably not the right way for me to do this, but it's fine. Alright, so now that is coming out. This needs to be maximum possible speed, now that I have Mark 3 belts. No, that's already a Mark 3 belt, is it? No, that's got to be a Mark 1. I can't even reach what's in there. This is already a Mark 3. Do I have a Mark 3 going in between? No. Do I have a Mark 3 going between these? No, but I can now. So that's taken care of. That should increase the speed a little bit. But I need to get in here to change that. No, that's not going to work. I there's got to be a way to get this actually replaced. It doesn't seem like it wants to. It's just a splitter and a container. And somehow I got it to work, but it won't let me pick at it. And I can't really just replace this without rebuilding the entire thing. Well, this coming up is fine. And now I'm stuck. Alright, there we go. All this to figure out that I don't know what I'm doing. This is probably going to have to get rotated anyway. Truck station. Truck station. So this is going to need to be manually aligned. So that's actually okay to put right there. That's centered. This extends that way. This actually isn't terrible like this. The only problem being, now I don't know how I'm gonna get the, how am I gonna fuel these things? Unless I just can't fuel them in this end. That's probably what it's gonna have to be. Well, that would mean this would have to be higher up here anyway. If I move this container, then this can get moved. Of course, it's not going to let me build it there, but... Underground conveyor... Oh. I think they were talking about like a sandwich layer. I couldn't be sure, though. Alright. Yeah, get rid of that. I think it's just going to be easier. This is so complicated. Why did I do this? Alright, where's my H? There it is. Bring this into that position. How far out does it go? Okay, that works. If I really want it to line up, I could nudge it a half increment that way. Mezzanine, there you go. I feel like 90% of my time playing this game is just spent trying to make something that shouldn't work, and I should just give up and try something else. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. So why is... that needs to go up top. Yes, that was the problem we were having here. Okay. Those go up there. I mean, it's not like this is clogged or anything, but if this is supposed to be where stuff that doesn't need to exist anymore goes out, then it needs to be set up like this. So that can take care of what it's going to... This is only doing 1 per second, so this has to be a Mark 1 belt, but I can't... Ah, man, I'm going to have to just get rid of this splitter, and this is going to cause so many problems. So that goes away. That was already a Mark 3. That lift is going to have to get rebuilt, probably. But, I think this might actually be viable now. Okay, Mark 3. There we go. Mark 3, there we go. Is it coming up top? No, because this is probably no longer connected. So, lift Mark 1 it is. Now we should see... Yeah, okay, here come the beams that we probably didn't want to come up. You know what? I could have just left it disconnected entirely. That would have been the smart thing to do. Alright. Oh, why am I like this? Why am I like this? Anybody else? Anybody else? No good. Okay. So now I've got beams. All the rest of the beams are being put over here. So I don't need to save these ones that I've already got. I need to put them in the little timeout corner. And then... Yes, there we go. So this will eventually get emptied out. This mess What's in this crate? 6 of those, okay. And this crate is more than 6 of those, which have to go up here. And then the rest of it could just go into the machine. And here we are 3 hours into this, and I have not done a single iota of what I said I was going to do. Oh well. You signed up for this. You know how this works. Alright, so now I have an entirely full thing there. I can put the rest in here. I take 1 stack of pipe, because I should probably always have that. Change that up. Anyway, this will get taken care of eventually at a rate of 270 items per minute to give us more coupons. And then this is going to bring pretty much every single one of our encased industrial beams over to our main area. So that'll go there. Oh, that's not going to work at all. Okay, we're going to have to do some advanced shenanigans to make that possible. Re-rolling all your hard drives. I mean, you can. Or probably what I would instead suggest you do is just hold on to them if you're waiting for a recipe you haven't gotten yet. Because then that removes all the unwanted recipes from the pool. Unless you already were trying to do that. In which case, then I will... I don't have steel beams. Of course I don't. I got rid of them. There we go. This is fine as a Mark 1 because there's like nothing coming out of here. And actually, hold on. We're only making 30 a minute anyway. So I don't need to worry about it being a Mark 3 belt. It's just faster to fill this up if it's a Mark 3. Have a whole page. Oh my god. All right, well, never mind. You clearly have an idea of what you're doing. Now, can this... You know, that actually doesn't look too bad. Let's make it look slightly more organized by putting that right there at the... Okay, you know what? I don't hate this. I actually kind of like this. If I got that in the correct spot. Alright, now this doesn't look like some stupid idiot designed it. So that works. I'm just going to go ahead and make both of these Mark IIIs. Set this to load, which it already is. It needs to be powered. So a tractor can come up here. This just has to be... Well, I guess we could have this be the same... Where's my little... There it is. The line. That works there. That works there. And then we go down. That's going to... Well, there's also those things there. How do I want to go about doing this? Double ramp. Asphalt. 4 meters. The truck can actually go up this. The tractor can as well. The truck cannot do the 4 meter, is what it can't do. But this will work just fine at that slope, no problems whatsoever. Why did I rotate that? That was already fine. Okay, so now we have this pad up here. Some guy's walking down the road. Truck will load here, tractor, whatever the stupid thing's called, and then it'll go all the way down here and unload on the same side. We need advanced brooms. I was not aware that we had brooms at all. There's probably a reference that I have completely missed there. If that's the case, my apologies. That's still full. This is now also full. Wait, this is... Okay, never mind. I'm losing my mind. Even more than it was already gone. Alright, this now should be all perfectly ready to go. 5 per minute. This is not powered, so it's not actually storing, but it will basically be impossible to fill this up and backlog these machines. All I gotta do now is hook this up to power. So that is going to go... Can I put a power line thing in line with this? I don't think the answer is yes, but let's see. Oh, yes, actually. Alright, I know this isn't perfectly centered, but it is perfectly centered for that. And that'll look nice. So now the truck station is powered. It is going to fill up with these items, which will then be unloaded. I don't have smart splitters yet, so this may have been a mistake. But I'm going to choose not to worry about it. Steel screw recipe can produce more screws? Yes, correct. I don't think you were in stream when I got that alternate recipe, but yeah, it's 52 per constructor, I think. Yeah, 52 per constructor from one steel beam, 260 per minute. So, yes. The very, very, very good alternate recipe. Now that this disaster is hopefully actually operating and at 100%, then we should be okay. Let's just check all of these. That's at 100. I have no reason to suspect that it's not. I don't want to go away from this and then find out that stuff was actually not set up right. Alright, that's 100%. It's about as good as we're going to get. Power situation's looking good. We have plenty for right now. Where's a pole? Here's a pole. We have production of 825, and we have a maximum consumption of 752. Not everything's going to run all the time. So we are currently doing just fine. But we will need to expand sometime soon, and I think to do that, we're going to go back over to... Not today, because I probably need to go ahead and end soon. Going to go back over to our first coal plant, and we're going to overclock those. Because now that we have the shards, we can probably put another... Maybe another water extractor, I think. I remember somebody saying that we could do that in that one area. If I can get two to fit, then we'll do that. If not, then we'll just overclock the crap out of it and see what we can make happen. But before well, this building isn't finished at least, but before we do anything else, we have to build... Well, I have to take these trees out that are in the way of the road here. But we have to go ahead and build the truck station. That is not the correct button. What are you doing? Single mode. I can't make actual trucks yet. So we're gonna make do with tractors for the time being. That tree needs to be removed. There we go. Actual trucks are going to come much later as part of Tier 3 stuff. So this tree can actually stay, I think, but this one's going to have to go. 'Cause it's... Okay, I can't actually reach this. So off we go. Alright, that's not a problem, but this one will be. And all these through the stuff here. Alright, that should... Okay, there's one more here. Should be just about everything we need to cut down to make sure that nothing goes up through our mess here. Gonna need to move the space elevator, but I didn't take that down because I didn't have any space in my inventory for it. So now, well, I still don't, but we'll figure it out. We need to come up here and we need to build the drop-off point for all of this stuff. And remember, we also have screws coming out of this that are going to go onto a tractor and get dropped off here. So I think this is all going to have to move, but foundation's concrete where it's not a road, so that works out just fine to be here. So I just have to have a truck station in this general location. Put our hologram... I didn't push H. It's this cup of water in the way. Alright. So that's going to go here. Nudge it a teeny bit that way. And that should be just about perfect. So this is going to be set to unload. And those tractors coming from here will just go nyip, and then I guess they can do some sort of death-defying U-turn right here, hopefully not fall off, and if they do, then it's funny, so it's okay. Episodes until Phase 2 is done? Yeah, I'm not going to make any sort of claim on that. There's absolutely no way I could guarantee it. This is going to be deposited, all of the outputs. Well, first of all, let's put our stacks of wood in here, and our other biological matter there. I think what I'm going to have to do is just... no, I don't have concrete. Alright, well, we can fix that. I say as I walk into a building. Okay, that was not a smart path to take. So this is just going to end up going into a big industrial storage container. And we will use Mark III belts here and here. And just because I am a glutton for punishment and I have to have everything be actually looking decent. Ugh, okay, never mind. I gotta nudge it. Alright. H for nudge, because that makes sense. H for hologram, yes, I know. That works, and that will snap there. That doesn't look terrible, and in fact, I'm just going to leave that one. So, when the tractor, whatever, unloads there, that will work out just fine. This, I probably should have done slightly differently. I can remove the blueprint thing, and I can actually have this constructor flipped this. Let's do that. Take the blueprint designer out because I'm not currently using it. This storage container I'm going to leave there, but this constructor is going to get flip-flopped over here. And what it's going to do is it's going to make our biomass, as I put it in the correct spot here. That's actually not going to work. That has to go there. Going to make our biomass that's then going to go directly into the truck fuel. Or solid biofuel, whatever it's called. So that can take 120 in per minute. This is producing 300. Oh, wow. I forgot the wood was so quick. 300 biomass per minute. Can't fit on the belt. So let's upgrade that to a Mark III. Not that it's really going to matter. 60 biomass. We have 360, which is in reality 330 because I can't fit more than 270 on this, and I don't have Mark IV logistics yet. So if this can only take 120 per minute, I'm going to need more than one of these. This isn't overclocked, is it? No. So let's downclock this to, say, 240 per minute. Because we don't need this to be quick, it just has to be able to work. So that's 240 per minute, which means that this guy... if we super overclock him, then that's going to work. If not, what we'll have to do is make another whole mess over here. I accidentally created another factory to build. So this is only producing 60. And of course, that's assuming it has to, you know, have a constant feed, which it doesn't. So I really don't need to worry about it. I really don't. I shouldn't have messed with it because this is just going to be, whenever it finishes, it's going to finish. So, let's ignore all of that I just did and just rebuild this. There's never going to be a smart thing anyway. But 60 can go in here, and I can still do... Why did I try to do that? There we go, and then a Mark 3 until I can have a Mark 4. This is still going to be fine the way it is. That will go into here because that's okay. This is... Yikes. Oh well, it's fine. So now what's going to happen is this storage container over here. Actually, no, we don't need to worry about that. I'm making this complicated for no reason. This won't fit there, or will it? If I go here, come on. Right in the middle, it doesn't matter. Why does it matter if it's in the middle? It doesn't. This is going to get... Oh, it's not centered. That's going to bug me. I always try to stand on the stupid thing. Okay, hologram time. Oh, I can't stand on top of the hologram. Of course not. This is going to fit fine here. That's going to fit acceptably here. If I move it one over, it should line up perfect. So what's going to happen here is Mark 3 all the way down perfectly straight. Very good. This is only making 60 per minute, so I don't think it really matters, but I am going to... Come on, really? Fine. Nope, I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. It's got to be straight. So that means that I've got to put the splitter here. Which means that's got to get nudged there. Now, I'm pretty sure... Oh, yes. There we go. Perfectly straight. 3 all the way down. Mark 3 in. So then the overflow at the slow speed will go here. And then everything else goes in here for the trucks. And this is not connected to power, so how am I... Oh. Well, that's easy enough to do that, but I shouldn't have this power going through here anyway, because that's going to be a problem. So that hole probably needs to be relocated somewhere else, but I don't have a good place to do it. I can put this here, and I know I can make that connect there, and then that can connect to there, and then that can disconnect, because now everything's connected. If I can aim correctly, thank you. Alright, so now I just get to clothesline myself while I'm driving the truck, tractor, whatever the stupid thing's called. And the space elevator goes away. And we'll rebuild it some other time. So now I should be able to drive completely uninterrupted, perfectly straight, a tractor from there to there, and then back again. And this is hooked up. It has 95 solid biofuel to fuel the tractor, and all of the tractors that come through here, and that's going to be fully automated, except I have to put all of the materials in here myself. Can I just completely fill this stack up? Yes, okay. So then the rest of this can go in here, except I probably should have part of a stack for my chainsaw, so that's fine. I've got 32 regular biomass that have to go in this, but it's continuously full, so I might as well just manually make it. What a mess. What a mess. Alright, just to clear this out. We'll solid biofuel this thing. Alright, that's done. Let's go visit our doggos. $27 iron plates, thank you. What you got? What you got? Oh, this is a super late game part. 18 cooling systems. Thank you. So we can either put those in the awesome sink, or I can just hold on to them. Probably just going to hold on to them. Okay, any other stuff we should get rid of here? I don't think so. This mess does not need to be here. This could just be regular foundations, but I also want to make everything concrete, so that's a thing. But then this doesn't need to be here. Yeah, so we'll just get rid of all this. Okay, and this should have... Holy mackerel, we got a lot of these modular frames. Well, that's fine, because we do need those. Rotors also. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna say that this is going to be our little storage for the space elevator parts. So I'm gonna have that be... There we go. I'll just fill that up so it doesn't take up any more space, and then... space. I don't remember how to make the rest of the parts. Take a look at automated wiring. Okay, that's cables and stators. We haven't made any of those yet. AI limiters I haven't unlocked the recipe for yet. Versatile framework. Steel beams. Well, that's good because we're bringing steel beams over here. I can just get all that situated. But we needed to have a handle on this anyway, so that's fine. Yes, the computer has to go in the box. Let's do that. And I need to repaint all these foundations or just get rid of them. Computer, computer, computer. And you go. We got 18. That's pretty good. Any other late game stuff? No. Alright. Last thing I need to do is to have the tractor trained up. So this is set to unload. That is set to load. I need to have... Oh, I forgot I need to rebuild this. Okay, that's going to cause issues for the tractor. This is making... Doesn't matter because it's going to go away. Never a dull moment here, is there? As baffling as it may be. Okay, that wasn't connected to anything else. This can get redone. Put a minor Mark II on this thing. Have a substantially higher output. These foundations can stay as they were, except I'm going to paint them as concrete. And then I'm going to rotate minor Mark II that direction, which should be a lot better. Then what's going to happen here is I'm going to get that tree out of here. This is now going to make a full 60 limestone per minute, which is for some reason no longer connected. Oh, I didn't replace it. I just... Never mind. Oh, geez. 60 limestone per minute. I'm going to overclock it to 90, which means I can put it on 2 constructors, which, for the purpose of what we're attempting to do, I will have to double back here. So that will go here. And then that'll get combined and we'll send it up there somehow. Alright, I'm just gonna use this. Easier. One more over is perfectly centered, and then that could just go there. Alright. Concrete. 45 per minute makes 15. 45 per minute makes 15. Not a monumental upgrade here, but definitely a good one to have. Okay, splitter. Input on this side. This isn't quite perfect, but it might line up, maybe? That can't be a Mark 1, it's got to be Mark 2. Never mind. That's not going to work. Okay, let's try instead splitter this way. Mark 2 in. Default mode, yeah, I'm not even going to bother trying straight mode with that. But this should work perfectly in straight mode. This power pole can go away. We'll make the connections look a little bit better. These are both set to that. And then we can come out of here with a merger. Okay, and the output can go that way. We can make it tight there. There we go. And then that output can still go into the exact same thing we have right there, and that's going to work out just fine. So now this is going to have its own mess taken care of. If I can get this to snap correctly. Those things are going to go through the wall, so guess what? I no longer care. Map coordinates for the drop crash site. We already got all of them. Every one we have been to, we have taken care of. Alright, so that, for right now, is just going to be here, 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 and here, and then that will go up to there. So now these can all run, and we have effectively doubled our concrete production over here. We're making a whole 30 per minute. But that's actually working, and I can drive a tractor if we feel so inclined. So now this has to go... Oh, I can't see the lines anymore. Okay, good. That one is set correctly. Alright, so this is going to end up... Okay, that line needs to go this way because that's going to continue. It really shouldn't matter. I don't know why I'm so neurotic about this, but... Chalk that up to stuff I probably should get tested for. Alright, now I can drive a tractor here, around, and have that operating. It'll refuel at the top, and then that's going to be just fine. Oh, this is actually full of screws. So it should be sending them into our overflow, which it looks like it is. And we have 9 coupons. We have no fuel here, which is fine, but it's good that we have that prepared. Got more storage for the iron rods that at some point might have to be diverted. Wait, no, I'm already diverting them. Never mind, we're good. 7 minutes ago. Okay, you're way behind if that's 7 minutes ago. Because we haven't talked about drop crash sites until, or not until, like, that was like an hour and a half ago. Unless somebody's messages are being not displayed. Hold on. Why is this such a top chat again? Why did it hide Josh's last message? That's so weird. It just showed up when I hit live chat, and then I went back to top chat, and then it was there, but it wasn't there before. Okay, so that was actually 7 minutes ago. Nearby cargo pod that needs systems that may or may not be cool. That may or may not cool. Okay, well that's definitely not the ones I'd already been to. Because I thought, like, right now we had... Yeah, I've been to this one, that one, and then there's another one up here. Well, clearly the solution here is I've just completely lost my mind. I need to make space for this tractor to turn around. It's probably going to be all sorts of weird messed up, but hey. Alright, let's build... Oh, I didn't plan on making 2 tractors. Oh, I can do it anyway, it's fine. Okay, so this guy...
Tractors can use any type of fuel and have a self-driving feature. Much like pioneers, only more reliable. While driving, you can record a path to automate vehicle resource transportation. Unlike early self-driving vehicles, tractors will not spy on you. Your employee data is already fully subject to other means of surveillance.
Oh, that's creepy. Anyway, so we can go ahead and record our path here. So it'll automatically do that. We just have to go up. And hopefully not crash anything. So this is going to have to turn around when it gets up here, and it's going to be really funny. Because it's probably not going to be smart enough to do it. It's probably just going to fall off. And then it'll just go off. I think that's all I have to do to get it to work. Then it's going to be kind of a pain in the butt to get it to go back to where it came from, but now it's an autopilot. I don't know if I can actually be in it while it goes, but it didn't grab anything, so maybe I had to, but I don't remember ever doing that before, so I guess we'll have to wait until it comes back and see if it loads. But it is going. So one problem we might run into is that it's going to overflow the container that's up there, and I'm not going to know what to do with it at that point. But in theory, we should be using those screws up there to make other stuff, and I can belt that around to make the reinforced plates and all that. So let's see what happens when this thing comes back. 'Cause I think it's going to have a hard time turning around, but I would like to see it try. Alright, let's see what... Okay, I guess it just doesn't care. But it's loading. Yeah, it's got a couple stacks of screws. And it works. Okay. So that one's good. And I can write it. What? Hello? Alright. Stupid idiot. Are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of yourself? No paths to load. Alright, I gotta disable autopilot and I gotta drive it myself back to where it's supposed to go. It can't get home because it wasn't supposed to be able to drive off that thing, but I guess it's too stupid to function. I don't think it's gonna climb up this, but we're gonna try anyway. Whoa, you almost had it. Alright, I guess I probably should have always had a ramp available for this, but it's fine. Wow, that did like a whole wheel stand on me. Alright, autopilot on. Get out. Figure your life out. Oh, no, no, you can get a Cybertruck in this. You just have to feed a coupon back into the recycler. And it has square wheels, and it's ugly. It's hilarious. I can actually run it on a diagonal almost faster than that thing can go. Now, it is trying so hard not to fall off. But it can actually unload. Okay, yeah, there goes the screws. Neat. So that's going to have screws come in here, and then it's also going to have all the steel beams and the encased industrial beams. So I would really like to have smart splitters at some point soon, but today's not that day. So let's go all the way back. No, I meant like it's super ugly as in it's a very, very low poly. The Cybertruck's already low poly. It has very few triangles in the actual model in-game. which is, I guess, fine because the whole thing's a triangle anyway. But I get they put it in as like a gag. I think right after that that press event where Elon just shattered the windows by hucking those metal balls at it when they wasn't supposed to break, so it has broken windows and all that stuff on it. They just never took it out, so I guess that's fine. All right, this is facing the wrong way. It also has no fuel. You know what's funny is the first one I built had fuel in it, so I don't know what's up with that. But don't get out of the crafting bench. All right, so this is going to be where it starts. Start recording, and away we go. "69 kilometers an hour." All right, so it's going to unload. Oh, and now we've created a pathing conflict. Get out of the way. I don't want it to pause there, but I guess it's going to have to. Load it up and truckin', yes indeed. Or if you prefer, we can have us a convoy. And there we go. Save path. Oh, I can name it? Uh-oh. Well, I guess that should have been a thing for the other one, too, because then I can assign more vehicles to it. We'll call this Steel Factory Pickup. Alright. So then we'll enable autopilot and we'll hop out. I don't think it has anything... don't think it has anything in it, but... we can actually run like almost the same speed as this thing, which is really funny. Okay, the diagonal wasn't working exactly the way I thought it was. Aha! But now we can go faster. Okay, so this pause node does not need to be waiting at all. So I'm going to just say, okay, 0.1 seconds, fine. There we go. So hopefully these things never actually collide with each other. I guess it's okay. But now, the problem is I need to edit this route, and I don't think it's going to like it when I do that. Okay, so what happens is when you drive it, it just keeps whatever the current trajectory is. I think that's what it was. So I'm going to save this path that it's currently in as Screw Factory. Not supply, Screw Factory. Screw Factory. Is this still on autopilot? Yes. Alright, so at least I have that saved. So those are both working. This has nothing left in it. I guess they're fueling up pretty quick. That's going to take a while before it can get everything dropped off. But this is about to bring our first load of steel beams and encased industrial beams. It's quite slow, actually, but it is automated. So, in theory, we shouldn't have to worry about it. Okay, there we go. This is quite full. Well, as long as I have a little bit of this in here, it's fine. I did not put steel pipes in this because I, well, didn't think about it, and now I just remembered. Oh, look, it's a traffic jam. Wide, okay. Sure, we'll just let it do what it's supposed to be doing. Now that we have screws, we no longer have to have this make screws, so this factory can just focus on making the steel plates, iron plates, because we don't have to make. Well, actually, I guess we do have to make rods because I don't have the rods coming in here. But point being, we won't need to make screws over here, so I can at the very least remove the screw constructors and just pipe in screws from over here. But to do that, I really should have the programmable splitters, smart splitter, whatever the thing's called. But we don't have that. And we're not going to have it until we can get further into the Caterium tree, which would be... Yikes, I gotta have 10 AI limiters. I have to have... Wait a minute, I can already make a... Okay, alright, well... Let's do that, because I can make Caterium ingots, and then I can make quick wire. And then we're going to have to go make a quick wire factory, and then I'm going to have to go have something else go get that. And you can see very quickly how this turns into just an absolute mess. I think I have enough, should have enough quick wire here in a second. I really got to stop streaming at some point soon, because it's already 10:45. So that's going to bring us up to... Oh! Zipline is also a thing, but AI limiter is going to be first. Then Mark III power poles as soon as I research the high-speed connectors, but I have to have plastic for that.
Research completed. AI limiter recipe unlocked. New
I do not have AI limiters. Available. But that's going to allow us to get to the power switches, which are great. And then the smart splitter. And then the programmable splitter is the evolution of that. But 10 AI limiters I don't think I can make because I think I have to have plastic. No. Actually, it's just copper sheets. Well, if I keep going and I don't stop, then I'm just going to keep going and not stop. So I have to stop because I can't keep going. If that makes sense. What you guys got? 13 modular frames, and what you got? Ooh, a yellow power slug. Thank you very much. So I guess what I can do is I can go ahead and put this modular frame stack in here. So that's where we're collecting all of our parts. And there we go. Rotors. Same difference there. Why is this so bright over here? Or is that just some sort of dynamic lighting thing? At any rate, the tractors are... Now I'm going to fall off. The tractors are working fantastically well. So that's good to see. This is going to get removed at some point as soon as I remember to remove it. Got more wood. Do I have any more? Yes, I do right there. This is still not full, which is hilarious because of how full this is. I think we're going to end up having problems with the vehicles not being able to unload anything. And actually, okay, fuel-wise, they're doing okay. We might have to supplement with a stack here just to make sure this can actually work, but I think overall we've done reasonably well. We did not make a single space elevator part, but we have massively improved the supply of the items to do that with. So that's going to be something we're going to have to do. Oh, got these crates absolutely everywhere on the ground. We're going to have to pick all these up. Oh, that's the rest of the space elevator parts. Okay, we have all that garbage over there. We already knew that was a thing. Can you feed it a deslugger? Oh, what? Yeah, that completely went over my head. Unless that's supposed to be like a joke on like heartworm medicine or something. But they will bring you pretty unusual stuff sometimes. Like right now we got rebar again. And nothing for JoJo, but that's fine. Well, fortunately for myself here, we have no spaghetti. Because all of the belts are at 90-degree angles and they are not crossing each other without being different elevations. Everything is functioning as it should. It's just, you know, a little slower than it probably should be. Not making a ton of progress versus the amount of time that we've been playing, but I guess we're okay. Expanded power infrastructure really only useful right now for batteries, which are nice, but we're also not producing too much power or consuming too much power, so I'm gonna... Yeah, no, I'm not making 500 copper sheets right now, but if we wanted to research, just get this out of the way before we're finished today, then we might as well go ahead and just do that. I'll go grab 200 modular frames from our stack, and then that can be that. I still need to reconfigure this factory a little bit, but I think we're going to be fine. I only have space. Now I do. Good. Could be useful for ziplining, yes, but I basically ignored hypertubes in the last playthrough, and I think there's at least a couple of you who really want to see hypertubes, so we can do some of that. Not today, but at some point. Let's grab another stack or two of these. There we go. We'll send this off, and then at some point I'll actually make use of it, but at least we'll be clearing this out of the way.
Milestone reached. After several pioneers started exhibiting traumatic responses to power blackouts, Fixit developed mitigation tools recommended by your local therapist. Power storages can hold excess power to delay or prevent blackouts in the eventuality that your factory's power consumption exceeds production. To simplify, these are rechargeable batteries. Power towers carry power lines for significantly greater distances than poles, facilitating factory expansion and exploitation of this environment for the good of Fixit and humanity.
Alright, and now I've got 20 coupons. We have other stuff I'm sure we can buy. Not buying the cup. Signs are cool. The different foundation patterns and stuff I think are fun. But probably need to focus more on stuff that can actually make buildings look like buildings. Different barriers and all sorts of stuff. I know the road barriers are a really important thing to make curved foundations. I did not say shower towers, no. I have seen the video where the guy launched himself to the space platform. But it kills you. Well, now we don't have it at all because I deleted the space elevator, but it does kill you before you get up there, and you will ragdoll, and then you can land on it. But you can't actually go up there and control yourself. Alright. Now what else? What else am I going to get away with here? I said I needed to be done, so I probably do need to be done. But, is there actually... Oh, there's so much in here. There's so much in here. Okay, well, let's transfer all of this. Probably what I need to be doing is I need to actually have a second storage that is just a container. So this doesn't just back up immediately. Storage container. Hardly know her. Where am I putting... Is that actually lined up? Okay. That will work as soon as I get out of the way. Alright, Mark III belt. Why don't you use your hotbar? I never think to do it. The simple answer to that. Alright. Now I can just get rid of that. No stuff left on the ground. And then... That was weird. Now this should be able to refuel for a considerable quantity of time, and then we just have overflow here, which we probably don't need, but I'm going to keep anyway. All right. I think I can't come up with any more excuses for still being on here doing this. But we fixed the steel thing to be twice as efficient. We have produced a grand total of 1 additional part with the encased industrial beams. And we have automated transportation from there and from there, which is, I guess, fine. And now we have a substantial supply of parts needed to make the space elevator components, which that's all well and good. I just have to be able to make programmable splitters, smart splitter, whatever, to actually make good use of the stuff. So this is going to be where, oh look, they're all synced. Isn't that satisfying? We'll just have to take some time next time to maybe get space elevator parts actually produced. But I think that's going to be it. That is so bad. Good job. Heard a joke yesterday. A woman said, as a kid, an older lady walked up to her dad and asked her if he knew Francis Farr. He said no. She said, well, it is, and walked away. All right, it's time to be done. It's time to be done with this. I appreciate you being here. We'll have another stream hopefully Thursday, unless something comes up, and then we'll figure out what's going on with the rest of this stuff. I got Roller Coaster Tycoon tomorrow. That's going to go up for the boosters in however long it takes for this stream to end, and then another one of those Friday. Water Beavers, I might not end up publishing a video every day next week, because I've got some stuff I got to take care of, but we're going to see what we can get accomplished before the Timberborn Update 6 fully comes out. But, like I said, appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks for being here. Always appreciate your company. And we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.